goes any hope of starting casually.
All right.
Hello there. I didn't notice you screaming at me. Hello, everybody. Hi. Welcome to Once More Unto the Dungeon World. Is there anybody in the audience who has attended one of these before? Yes, I see some hands. Thank you.
Yeah.
Hopefully this will not be Fist Fest 2019, but we'll see what happens.
I'm a married woman. I don't know if I did sign up for Fist Fest.
Did not sign up for it.
This is going to be some lightning round type Dungeon World because we only have 2 hours. This is the first of 2 parts of this adventure, though I'll be rotating these folks out and getting different folks for tomorrow's episode. So the things that we come up with today, remember, you will not be the only stewards of this universe. You are passing your madness on to tomorrow's group.
Cool.
So I'll be here to take notes on that and then to punish them tomorrow
Great.
for your mistakes
Challenge
today.
accepted.
Yeah, it's a future problem for someone else. So I'm coming in completely improvised. I have no plans for anything, so whatever silly things you come up with, that is going to be true. So keep that in mind.
Okay.
But don't worry about getting things right. This is casual. It's fine. But we only have 2 hours to be very, very entertaining. So I'm gonna finish up a couple of organizational things I have to do here, and I'm gonna turn things over to you, my dear friends, to let our audience, both at home, hello internet, and here at Gen Con, hello Gen Con.
Hi, Gen Con.
Know who you are. Let's start on the far end.
Oh, hi there. My name is Stephen Pope. I'm from the Uncanny Valley podcast and Saving Throw show on Twitch. And this is actually my first Gen Con game on the Gen Con Twitch, so I'm pretty excited about this.
Fun. Don't goof it up.
Too late.
God. Hey. Start it over. We're starting over. It's ruined.
Can we cut?
All right, save us, please.
Hey, what's up? It's me, What is Kiss, aka Nathan Kiss, aka you can find me on a bunch of stuff. You can find me on Masters of the Metaverse and DFA and Big Stompy Robots on Zombie Orpheus Entertainment. You can also find me on various different fun make-em-ups on geekspace.tv. And you can also find me on Twitter under What is Kiss.
Not all of our players are under the effects of a haste spell, just one of them.
What's up?
Can you guess who it is?
Caffeine all day. I'm not allowed to have it at home. What's up? Hi, Mom.
Please, left table.
I'm Little Red Dot. Most people just call me Dot. I play on a ton of different Twitch networks as well as my own, where I playtest indie RPGs most of the time. And my home base is the North by Northwest podcast and the Roll For It network.
I'm politely clapping because you all are so wonderful. Hi, my name is Marcus. You can find me on Twitter and Twitch at best, kinda, with an A because of grammar. Worst. That's the worst intro I've ever done. It's my first time under this new screen name. You can follow me at Drunkly Romantic. That's also what I was before. You might have known me from Hyper RPG, Geekspace TV, and Zombie Orpheus. Hi, everybody. Hi, Mom. You're not watching, but I still love you.
There you go. Now we're intimately aware of everything that these fine people do. My name's Adam Coble. I'm the co-creator of Dungeon World. You might have seen me on the internet. That's where I live. So we are going to play some Dungeon World, which means we have to make characters because there's no world for you to inhabit. There are no characters. There is nothing. We are in a void of darkness.
I love
Much
void.
like Gen Con. Void of darkness. There is nothing here. You're standing at a booth. So I will give you a very quick description of the character classes. This description is for you as well, because maybe you're like, what the hell's a Dungeon World? You're going to find out. And then each of you will choose one. So let us begin. You might be the barbarian. If you're the barbarian, you are a person who is from somewhere that no one else is. You are from outer space or another kingdom or a different time, and you have come here to join this party. You are driven by your desires. You might have a hunger for battle or for gold or for fine art. I don't know. That'll be up to you. Speaking of fine art, you might be the bard. Segue.
Oh, I see.
So you might be the bard. If you're the bard, you practice some form of magical art. It might be singing, it might be dancing, it might be singing and dancing.
Triple threat.
It could be poetry, it could be whatever you want, but it's magic,
Poppin'
and that's
lockin'.
great. You also know things about the world that nobody else does. You might be the cleric. If you're the cleric, you serve a god or the gods. You answer to a higher power who gives you magic powers to do their bidding. If you're the druid, you are a shapeshifter. You can turn into animals and then back into not animals. You are from a place inhabited by magical spirits that have taught you this trick, and you can speak with them. If you are the fighter, you fight. If you're the immolator, you light things on fire, like yourself and people and your relationships.
Ooh.
Ooh, I relate to that one.
Some dumpster fire is what I'm
Not
hearing.
everyone can be the immolator, okay? Just only one of you. So we can't all just.
A
In
party
real
of
life,
them.
we all can be whatever.
That would be great. Good. Just light your character sheets on fire.
Everyone's on fire.
That's the episode. If you want to be a character who's driven by authority, who says things and get things done, you can be the paladin. If you're the paladin, you are on a quest.
Oh.
You can define what that quest is and what magical benefits you get for following it. If you like animals, be the ranger because you have an animal companion. It might be cute, it might be dangerous, it might be both. If you would like to steal things, guess what class you should be?
The Stealer.
Yes, the stealer.
The Steeler class.
Sorry, I took when you asked guess very literally. I apologize.
It's a good guess, but it is wrong. There is no class called the Stealer.
It's called the Swiper.
Yeah, yeah. I think actually that is a property that is not legally allowed to be owned by other people. It is the Thief, legally distinct from the Swiper. Please don't sue us, whoever owns that show.
Oh, God.
And finally, if you would like to bend the universe to your will using the powers of magic, you can be a wizard.
Oh.
So, my friends, choose your class, keeping in mind that if you choose one, no one else can be it, including whoever's in tomorrow's show.
Question.
Yes.
If you pick the ranger, could your animal companion be the druid when they're in their animal form?
The druid is a person.
Oh,
and
that's kinda weird.
Not
What if-
an animal.
Is there any Animorph rules that we're gonna follow?
This is not that game. It probably exists somewhere.
Somewhere.
Okay.
But
okay. I just
yeah.
want to check.
I mean, if you got an Animorphs thing going on, the druid is probably the choice.
Okay, cool. I just want to like represent K.A. Applegate.
Sure, good.
What's up, KA?
So, who wants to be what?
I will go first, and I'm gonna go for the paladin.
Paladin? Damn right.
Yeah,
All right.
I'm actually feeling that druid. I'm feeling the druid.
Okay, the druid is yours.
I would like, if possible, to take the Zookeeper.
No, that's not a class.
I forgot the name of it, and I apologize.
Try again.
I'm gonna just make you guess at the name of it till you get it somewhere.
So it's not the Zookeeper.
We bought a
It's definitely not the Beekeeper.
No, you're not an apiarist.
Ooh.
You could have a
The
giant bee, I guess.
Hudson Hawk.
No, where? What?
I'm getting further away from the truth, but I feel that makes
Somebody
me more
hands him a character sheet.
Chippendale.
Was Hudson Hawk a?
Rescue Rangers, the Ranger.
There it is.
The Rescue Ranger.
Good,
I
fantastic.
want to be Gadget.
Sure. There you go.
You could be
That's for you.
Gadget.
Yes.
And I'm not good at bits, so I'm just gonna be the thief.
That's
The only
good.
thing you have to do with bits as the thief is steal them.
I was gonna say, steal the material. That's nice.
Exactly.
Good. Okay, so we have classes now. The core premise of Dungeon World is that you are a group of adventurers, which is to say that your purpose in life is to voyage into strange environments, to overcome dangerous monsters and enemies, and to obtain treasure. That is what you will be attempting to do. Now, you might not all be friends, but you are working together to accomplish whatever task is set before you. We will learn more details about your relationships when we get into the bonds section of character sheets. So, first of all, choose your character's race. This may be literally your character's people. It might be your blood. It could be the people that raised you and that you learned from. There is a section on the right hand of your character sheet for your race. Paladin, you get to be a human. Everyone else gets to make choices. So tick one of those boxes.
Oh, I get to be a domesticated animal. Done.
Wait.
Taking that one. No,
Sorry,
My
sorry.
character sheet.
You do what you want to do. I believe in you 100%.
I feel like if you look slightly higher than where you're looking, then you'll find it. Because domesticate. I mean, if you want to be a domesticated animal, that's fine. We can. I made the game. I can make that call.
I just think it's really great.
This is the great thing about these one-shots is that sometimes someone will get something wrong and I'll be like, that's how it is now. Sure. You have a stat called perfunctory. So choose that if that is a choice for you. There is a list of names and options for look. Choose a name or make one up on your own.
Would it be okay if I chose the name TGI Friday?
Yes, that would be great.
Well, that's
I would love
it's
it.
good because I already wrote it.
You
Like,
have
I
to
pre-wrote
decide
that.
what the TGI stands for, but don't
Oh.
tell us yet.
Oh, okay. So I shouldn't tell you it's Terry.
Nope,
Gilliam
don't tell me, 'cause
Ingmar?
that's my quest.
Okay, then I gotta change. You know what? I'm so sorry.
No, I
I'll
just
get
want.
that. I'm gonna change.
I guess
that.
we don't need to play. Thanks for coming. everyone.
Yeah, everybody go home.
It's
Bye,
fine.
Mom.
Welcome to the talk back.
Yeah, it's good. It's good. We have an hour and 50 minutes of dead air. Thanks to jerks.
Sorry, Lauren.
All right. I'm going to be Hesper. Hesper
Okay.
the druid.
All right, that sounds good. So pick your look. So select one from each option. You can circle it, you can underline it, you can make up your own, I don't care. And once you've done that, once you figure out what your character looks like, we will move on to your stats, and we'll figure out how that works. So while they are doing that, I will explain to you how this is going to work. So in Dungeon World, every time you attempt to do anything, I know that you're just writing with your mind. It's fine.
I don't
We
want
got
to
one pin between the two of
Do you
us.
want to? Can I
so-
throw this
Oh, yeah,
over to you?
go for it.
Okay, so but I need
Say
this
goodbye
back.
to that pencil forever.
Okay, ready?
No.
Woo! Can we get? Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. He's great, isn't he?
I didn't realize that juggling was going to be a component of this game. No one warned me.
You should let us pick the zookeeper.
It's punishment. Okay, good. Fantastic. That's good. This is
We'll
going to be,
punish you with entertainment.
It's going to be a fun one shot. It's great. It's great. Anybody do any impressions or prop comedy? Anyone? Anybody got a
Well,
chicken?
I actually did bring some props.
Good. Fantastic. All right. So, does everybody have a name at the very least? And they've selected some options for their character's look?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So, you're going to choose your stats. Your stats in Dungeon World are what allow you to make rolls. Rolls in this game are 2 6-sided dice, which you will add together, and then add or subtract one of your modifiers, depending on what your character is trying to do. So, put your highest stats in the things you want to be good at. There is a list of them on the thing. There'll be 2 numbers. One's a big number, one's a modifier. Put the big number in the square thing. If you're looking at the other sheet, you're looking in the wrong place.
Well, I wanted
You
to
don't need
see
that
what
sheet.
I do so that I make sure I put my stats in the best place possible.
Okay,
right?
that's fair.
Right?
Wait, so you're not supposed to look at your sheets?
Did I say look at your character sheet?
Oh, I'm so sorry. Hands up. Teacher shouldn't have to ask twice. Quiet coyote.
All right.
Yeah. So when the characters are attempting to do things, they're going to be rolling the d6s. They're going to be adding their modifier. It's going to result in one of 3 results. They're going to get a 10 or better, which means they did the thing and it went great, and they get some additional bonus, or they look cool doing it, or whatever. They're going to get a 6 or lower, which means they get an experience point, and then I get to punish them for their failure. Most of the game, though, is going to hang in that middle space in the 7 to 9, and that means they can have the thing they want, but they might need to pay for it, or there is something complicating about what is going to happen. This usually means, yes, you get to punch the orc, but guess what? The orc punches you.
I don't
Just
like
like in
that.
Nietzsche.
That is. Oh yeah, please. Oh, see here.
I was
thing
in the
is,
danger zone.
Is that a pen? Yeah. Oh man, I'm gonna give this back to you.
Oh my
Thank
gosh.
You. Hold
Oh,
on.
thank
What is
you.
your name,
Thank
if
you
I
so
may ask?
much.
What was it, Wayne? Wayne, can we get a round of applause for Wayne,
Thank
please?
you, Wayne.
Thank you, Wayne.
Thanks,
Thank you,
Wayne.
Thank you.
Single-handedly saved the night.
I hadn't gotten to the part about
And dogs.
henchmen yet, but hey, here we are.
Here we go.
Okay, so I rolled the dice, and now I'm gonna write numbers arbitrarily.
Sure, that's
That's
fine.
a
That's
sick-
how games work.
'cause
Rules don't matter.
If you like fill in the box for B too many times, of course there's gonna be a C, so you go to C, right? I'm pretty sure this is Scantron, I think.
Yes, yeah. I
Okay.
wrote a game that's just like doing tests. It's not Pathfinder.
Oh.
Shots fired. Blah, 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 blah.
Pow, pow, pow.
We're sorry, we love you. Thanks for coming to Gen Con.
I like doing tests. I'm very
Oh,
smart.
you have a pen now, right?
I do have a pen now, and
Sorry.
I'm totally not writing down your answers. I'm cheating off of you.
I do like the idea that we're going to go through and do the introductions, and you're going to introduce your character, and then we're going to have to listen to it again.
-1. Wait, no, hold on.
Once you've got that done,
Yep.
which I assume will eventually happen over here. Once you've got your character stats sorted out, find your character's constitution. This is the big number, not the modifier. Add that number, and the number in the little heart that says how many hit points you have. It's right there. And then that's your hit points.
So Constitution,
Yeah.
which were both versus 15, ironically.
Weird.
How is that
that's
even
what
possible?
How could you
I'm
have had that happen?
It's just so funny how this works. Like life is weird and beautiful.
So take a good look at your hit points. They are what you are here to lose. Cool. And then
Hooray, death.
that's right. If you become very intimately familiar with that number, it's going to go down. And then you will have some starting move choices to make. Ranger, you will detail your animal companion. So it's on the sheet, bottom left. So you make some choices. Is your animal companion a wolf, or a dog, or a goat?
So
or
it's weird because it says choose species, but it doesn't say bee.
a bee is a species.
Oh, so I can.
You've been disregarding everything I've said to you since the beginning, so why stop now?
Wait, so what you're saying is you've created such a wonderful world that I could have a bee companion.
If you want to be friends with bees, Go ahead. Someone needs to.
Right?
God
Someone
save them.
needs to. And gosh darn it, it's going to be me.
There you go. Friend to bees.
Bees. Companion bees.
Yeah. So you're going to work out your animal companion. Druid, you will figure out where you are from. You'll figure out your tell. Your tell is an animal feature that is true no matter what form you take. It could be the antlers of a deer. It could be the antlers of a caribou. It could be the antlers of a moose.
It's just all antlers
I
all
don't
the
care.
time.
It's gotta be. Listen, I'm not a creative
only
person.
antlers.
That's your
Did
job.
you just say you're not a creative person, the person who created
Created
this
this world.
whole
Yeah.
business? That's the
fine.
reason that we're here because
That's
you're
right.
awesome.
So do that. Think about that
Okay,
thing.
okay.
Paladin, you will figure out what your quest is.
Got
You will
it.
Think on the quest upon which you are on. Thief, think about what poison you are adept with, and then keep it to yourself and don't tell anyone.
No intention to.
Secrets.
Take it until my grave.
All right. So I'll give you a moment to do that.
And I am supposed to do the thing. That's right.
Yes. Yeah. Do your homework.
Okay.
How's
Choose-
everybody doing while they're doing
I'm
this? Are we having a
feeling
nice
good.
time?
You can't cheat off my page at this
Good.
point
That's
anymore
nice to
because
hear.
they actually
Thank you
don't
for
look the
coming.
same.
Hold on, want to bet?
Yep. Oh.
I think the key to this is occasionally choosing the wrong answer so it doesn't look like I cheated off you.
Sure. Yeah. And also
was
the
a cheat.
questions you're answering are
Completely different.
Which is, that means I have a leg up.
It says here my animal companion is a swamp. I am
Just a
I am
biome.
proficient
And
in
the Shrek.
the color blue.
No, I know what it is.
All right. So while you're doing that, the next thing for anyone who is done or ready to move on, or who is the thief and doesn't have that much to choose,
Yeah.
The next choice that you're going to make is your character's alignment. Much like your race, you can check one of those boxes up top. Your alignment will be a thing that you will try to do during the session. If you do it, you get an experience point. If you don't do it, you don't get an experience point.
Got it.
It's fairly easy to understand. So choose that, make it a thing that you want to do, or think you'll be able to do during the session. Okay. Check that box.
Are we all choosing chaotic? I feel like this is a solidly chaotic table.
I mean, it's not an option for some of you. Some of you have to start
Oh, that's
good
true.
or lawful.
Choose as many
A little
weaknesses.
sad about it.
If it
No,
says choose as
it's
many
my
weaknesses,
choice,
can I
I
just
picked
circle
it.
everything?
I feel your pain.
Be one of those like cool paladins like with a skateboard like with his owners.
Well, bees
I just feel like
fly.
that's such. It's like
I think-
I'm not like the regular paladins. I'm a cool paladin.
paladin.
We can hang out. We're friends.
Hey, like he sits on chairs backwards, you know?
Oh my God, youth minister paladin.
I'm one of those paladins that it's like totally okay to smoke weed around.
I won't tell
But it's more
anyone.
like-
I won't tell God.
It's like instead of like laying on hands.
Except for in my prayers.
Dear God, my friends are all sinners. Please strike me.
He has like an under oath tattoo.
Oh no.
Instead of laying on hands, he just like inhales from a jewel and just blows the smoke in your face.
Hello, fellow neutrals. I like it. It's good. It's a good kind of paladin.
That brings me joy.
It's the best sword. Yeah, it's
Fly
good.
away.
It's nice. I
Go
like
away.
it.
He's just wanting a game. Leave him alone.
Yeah, so there's now a fly at our table.
That's
your
your
animal
familiar.
companion.
Can I change it from fly to bee?
You can do whatever you want.
It's a
but
fly.
It's good.
There it is.
He's right here with me.
This is gonna be real sad when that flag leaves the table
Yeah.
and never comes back.
Yep.
Well, I mean, he's not flying away, which means that he's short for this world. So what a great time to spend a Gen Con. The last few minutes of your life.
Yep.
Spend a Gen Con. Come on.
Put some
come on,
sugar
everybody.
water over there. It'll stay.
Sugar.
Just drop it right there.
And
Let's
what?
try not to encourage more vermin than we can at the table.
Oh, you're
Like,
right. I'm
just
sorry. I'm
leave-
sorry.
Leave
I'm
that
sorry.
one
Go.
alone.
Fly away.
All right. So once you've got your alignment squared away and you've used this time to finish anything you hadn't finished yet, choose your character's gear. It's on the second page at the top left.
Oh.
Check some boxes, circle some things. Two things that might come up that you are curious about if you haven't played Dungeon World before. We have compressed all of the adventuring stuff that you might potentially have, like ropes and torches and pythons and porno mags. They're all compressed down into adventuring gear, of which you have 5 uses if that's one of your options. And so you can say, I draw from my bag of adventuring gear a length of rope, or
I see.
a tire iron, or whatever.
I do like being able to change a tire or like fight someone. It's a good
It's a
combination.
useful implement.
Very useful.
If you like lead poisoning.
Yeah.
So make those choices. Armor in the game reduces the damage that you take. So if I say you take 5 damage and your armor says 2, you take 3 damage. Yeah, that's right.
Nice.
And
do like
yeah,
text.
so do that thing. I don't have my squad to help me do math.
I failed a lot of math classes, so I can probably help a little bit, but
It's
not a
good.
lot.
You're playing the ranger, not the mathematician, so you'll be all right.
See an expansion pack, right?
Yeah, right. Yeah. Boring world. Sorry, mathematicians.
I took a prestige class of the calculator.
It's gonna be a dunking on mathematicians.
Can I get you into Mathematica?
Yeah, you know what's funny? Division. Nerds. Can't leave one number well enough alone. Yep. I know the answer to what 8 divided by 2 is. A wedgie. All right, figure out your gear. Yeah, now everyone's scared. There's a lot of like tense nerds
I
in the
know,
audience.
it's kind of like,
Wait a
Oh
second,
God,
what
it's
happened?
coming for me now.
police are taking over.
The doors are closed. Yeah, role-playing games are cool now, dweebs. All right, so there's one last step to the character creation process. We will not be doing it now, but I want to draw your attention to it. Take a look at the section on your character sheet that says bonds.
Oh, yeah, first page.
Yeah, first page on the right-hand side. Your bonds are the ways that you know each other prior to today's adventure. So wherever we end up, whatever we end up doing, wherever you are, these characters have a history together, and these bonds will help you figure out what that is. So I'm going to go through the characters, and we're going to get introduced to them. We're going to learn a bunch of stuff about them because we know next to nothing except something about bees. Or maybe flies, I'm not sure yet. We'll get to know these characters. I will ask you a bunch of questions, and as the other players are talking, your job is to listen and to think about your bonds. And if something jumps out, fill in one of the characters' names in the list in the bonds there. You'll hopefully have all of them filled out with characters' names by the time we're done introductions. Then we'll do those, and then we'll play the damn game. So,
So stoked.
where should we start? You want to start? Should we
I would
down
love to
there?
start, yeah.
All right.
And you want me to
Tell
just go through
us.
character names, sorry.
Tell us your character's class, your race, your character's name, and your look, and then we'll have a little chat about character stuff.
I am a beekeeper class. My
That
name
is, don't listen to, no, it's a ranger.
I'm a
Ranger is the word that
Rescue
they-
Ranger.
Okay, you're halfway there.
My name is Terry Gillum Iglesias Fridays.
TGE Fridays?
Well, no, it's Iglesias.
Oh, I
like,
see.
Like church, the Spanish word for church.
Okay, good.
Isn't it weird that his name is
TGI,
Henry Church Enrique Iglesias? Anyway,
TGI, the Spanish word for church Fridays.
yeah, that's
Okay.
my full name. We don't go by that often. I am a ranger.
Is it singular Friday or more than one?
It's
Friday?
Fridays.
Okay, TGI Fridays.
That's it's a very formal term, and I prefer people to be pretty formal with me as long as they're not they don't have yellow and black stripes in their bees. Like they can talk to me whatever way they want because I am again the beekeeper.
Okay.
As far as what I wear, I tend to wear camouflage with so mostly shirtless on the top, but definitely wearing some cargo shorts. The cargo shorts are camouflage, but they are the color of that sweet, sweet nectar honey.
Oh no.
However, though, it is striped, so it tends to be this kind of nice, like blend in. If I'm ever next to a hive and I want to get some of that sweet stuff, I'll go in there and I'll get the honey like that because they won't even suspect me.
Totally incognito. Totally
I think
incognito.
mine- need the
I do
poo
have
tried
bee.
vest.
I have bee eyes.
No one else say anything. Let's see how long this goes.
I
Oh,
have-
it will keep going.
No, see, here's the-
Yes.
Okay,
Keeson knows me.
so
It'll keep going.
what I have in my notes is that your name is TGI Fridays. You are a topless beekeeper.
Essentially.
What are you, a human
Oh, there you go.
beekeeper?
Oh yes,
Are you?
I am. I like to think of myself as a beekeeper, but I am human.
You are a human.
I don't
okay.
keep human bees. That would be ridiculous.
So you are human.
I indeed am human.
You're a human being.
I'm a human being.
Excellent. Good. Thank you. See, I can do it too.
No, I like it.
All right.
I
So you're
genuinely
human. You are a beekeeper. Your
With
name is
bee
TGI
eyes.
Fridays. So what? What is your? Tell us about your animal companion.
Oh, my annual companion, which we like to refer to as each other because we do take a little brief period of time away from each other towards the winter months. So we always meet back up at the beginning of the new year to, because everyone needs a break from each other. Like that's what it is. Sometimes you need to go learn something about yourself and be alone and be with family. But my annual companion, his name.
Not a perennial companion.
My annual companion, Richard.
Is Richard like a single bee? Or?
He is well. I mean, if it's a government form, yeah, he's single. So he's in a committed relationship.
Those taxes, though.
Right.
Yeah, you know,
I
like
see,
he is
okay.
in a committed relationship.
Is it with you?
No, of course not. Of course not.
Okay.
I'm actually really good friends with Betty.
Okay, all right.
We do occasionally, you know, we said annual, but we do meet up for the holidays. We like to spend a little bit of time together as family, my family and their family.
So you have a family that like speaks to you and you spend time with.
Well, you know, speaks to is a bit of a.
Do they approve of your topless beekeeping?
Well, I don't think they have a choice at this
Does
point. I
anybody?
think they accepted me early on, and that's why they stuck with me, and I stick with them because I really appreciate someone who genuinely gets me. And I think the person I personally found, even though this is not about them, the person that I found accepts me for who I am. So I
that's
think
Richard the
Sometimes
Bee?
character creation feels like therapy, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, you feel about this intelligent bee swarm. All right, so
Yep.
you do have a supportive family. Do you live in a city? Are you a rural human?
I live in a tree.
Okay, hang on. We gotta unpack that. Do you live in like a house in the branches of a tree? Do you like Keebler Elf the inside of a tree?
You know, it's more Keebler than the other thing that you said, but there is, you know, but there's room for hammocks, which I appreciate because you know a hammock's just a piece of fabric that you lie between two branches, and you can lay there, and there's you know that peaceful hum of the hive that just kind of sends you off to sleep like a fan at night.
Uh-huh.
I can't sleep without a fan, you know, and
So you
bees
live
are like
in an
that.
enormous tree with a
Yeah.
bunch of bees.
Big tree.
Yeah, I imagine. Yeah, to
Yeah.
fit an entire human being in.
Yeah.
Is Richard like special to this hive of bees in some way, or is Richard just like a pleb bee?
Well, Richard tends to be like he travels a lot, you know, for work. And
He's got a little suitcase.
yeah, he does because he's got it because he's professional. He needs to earn
And
money.
this is why you only see each other once a year because
Yeah,
it's a very busy schedule.
so I tend to kind of like we try to keep up with each other throughout the time, but you know, like texting's hard, and texting
So there,
doesn't-
okay, so hang on. So
Yeah.
there are devices with which you can communicate over long distances with bees.
yeah, yeah, oh yeah.
Is this a bee exclusive technology, or do all humans have this?
Well, bees are trying to get it in there, but you know, you know how humans are. Like they
I-
don't
they
accept
re-
a lot of stuff.
Okay, that's true.
So the bees are working on trying to like one of the things that we do is try to ingrain bee technology in every place that we do go together. So like for me, it's not necessarily a calling. For him, it is. But for me, I want to support my friend, and I have never had anyone who supported me this way, so I want to share that with him.
So do you feel more like in touch with the bees than you do with other humans?
I think the only person I feel in touch with is my partner. That's not a bee, of course. Bees tend to have accepted me a little bit easier because of my cargo shorts that do look like how they look if they had legs like me.
Are you culturally appropriating these bees?
You know, it is. Now that you mention it. Now that you mention it.
You dress like a bee, you hang out with bees, the humans don't understand you.
I mean, they made my cargo shorts for me as a gift. So I don't know what that means. You know what? But this is the thing.
It's like a Mowgli and the Wolves situation.
Yes.
It's what you know.
I was actually found by Richard. Richard found me.
So wait, Richard's
ago.
your dad now?
Saved you.
4 years ago, Richard saved
Richard
me.
saved you.
A single bee saved your life.
Yeah.
How?
Because I haven't actually calculated my XP yet, so that's probably possible.
From what? How did that happen?
So I was actually stepping into some quicksand, and
Okay.
the hardest part for me when I stepped into that real goopy sand is that when I was sinking in, all I had at my disposal was a small reed, and my very normal human pants got sucked down into the sand. I had no pants. I had no pants or shorts. And at that point, when I
So
was
just
sucked in,
dick flapping in the wind?
it was just
In the
listen.
sand.
In the sand,
the sand.
apparently.
Listen, yes. First off, yes. But once that happened, I held a small reed up, and Richard was attached to it, and he pulled me out. He managed
Jesus,
to rally the
God,
forces
that is a strong bee.
and pulled me out. But
Okay.
here's the thing: he is strong of will and bee body.
All right.
And he got his friends to make me the most delectable pair of cargo shorts I've ever seen.
Okay, so Richard is an unusually strong bee.
Richard is an unusually strong and beautiful and wonderful and kind bee, unlike any I've ever met. Yes,
Me
yes.
too, also. Yeah, I never met a bee like
He is
that
absolutely
either.
wonderful.
All right. Okay. So you have this companion. You have Richard the bee that you meet with and go on adventures with once a year.
Yeah, he likes art.
Richard
I am
likes
glad that
art.
that's definitely a thing I asked you. Okay, good, excellent. All right, cool.
Are you sure you don't have feelings for this bee?
I will
I
get
do-
into it.
No,
I-
here's the thing. I do have feelings for this bee, but it's very platonic. And this is me as the player and me
love
as the
Play-Doh.
character. Because bees love Play-Doh. And that's something that's my stance. Gen Con, bees love Play-Doh.
Good.
Put us on the front page.
Put us on the front page. We get B facts.
Bee
It
facts.
is known.
Educational.
All
Good
right,
for
cool.
kids.
So we have our apiarist ranger TGI Fridays.
Beekeeper.
Yes, that's what I said. That's apiarist. That's what it is.
Oh, that's
An
right,
apiary
that's
is where you
right.
keep bees.
That's right. You're 100% right. Yeah, I forgot about that
Yeah.
word for a second.
Yeah, cool. Let's get to know our druid.
Okay, Hesper.
That was a great sound you just made. It was like terror, but also kind of excitement.
I was like, all right then, how do I follow the beekeeper?
In literally any way.
Any
that
form
is
or
in
fashion,
that,
yeah, okay.
What is your name?
Hesper.
Hesper. Okay.
Hesper is our druid. She is human.
Okay.
Right now she's feeling good. So she's good, is her alignment. But she comes from the
Oh, I
back.
see. I was like, okay, I didn't ask how
She-
she
no,
was
she-
doing.
she-
Like,
Druids wake up today and like, how am I feeling today? That's like the
she's-
druid
she's
way.
feeling good.
Today she's
doing
feeling
great.
good. Yeah.
So in case you were worried about it, her character is okay. She's
Feeling
doing
good today. I'm feeling
Yeah.
good.
Okay. So Hesper, the human druid.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. She comes from the vast desert.
Ah, okay.
And since she has to have a tail, a physical attribute, the desert's heavily populated by camels, so she has a hump
Okay.
that doesn't really go away. She's a little a humpback.
Is it full of water?
You darn tootin' it is. What else
Sick.
would it be full of? Well,
Tequila?
that's a question.
Plasma?
Plasma.
No, not the like hot fire kind. Like
I am
the
a
goopy
lava
bloody kind.
druid.
Oh, the best Digimon move ever. Plasma hump.
Can we change that to be plasma hump, please?
I feel like the plasma hump was like a 90s R&B dance. That didn't really, like, take off.
That's what happens when you put a grape in a microwave.
Okay, all right.
Let's see. What else does she have? Anything else in particular?
So were
yeah.
you born in the vast desert, or did you go there from somewhere else to learn the ways of druid craft?
No, I was definitely. I think Hesper was born in the city, and she gave up her city life. She was called to the desert, vast desert.
Okay, all right.
She
So
was
called by
to
what?
it. The camels.
The Call of the Camel.
The call of the
It's
camels.
my favorite H.P. Lovecraft story.
Yeah,
okay.
she was called by the camels.
Now, is this something that happens to humans sometimes? That they're called away into the wilderness, or was this something special and unique to you?
I think one day she woke up not feeling so good.
Sure.
And she was like, what is that ringing in my head? And I think maybe it is a unique thing. Not all humans are called by the camels or animals to the wilderness, and definitely not the vast desert.
Okay. So you were called by the spirits of the desert to leave your human life behind.
Yeah, to come to the vast desert to
and
get a
go
hump.
into the desert to become a humped creature like the great and mighty camel,
Correct.
the whale of the ocean. So do you want to do you like your life as this servant of the desert spirits, or is this something that is like a burden to you?
Oh, most humans would say a hump is a burden.
I mean, like the other stuff, not just the hump part.
I
If
would
you want
say-
to focus on the hump, then you can.
I mean,
but
I would say no. Hesper does not find it. She accepted the calling, so she doesn't feel her life in servitude to the wilderness and
Okay.
nature is a burden.
okay, so it's a calling for you.
It's definitely a calling.
So what, to what purpose? Like why did the desert choose you? Have they given you a reason for your magic powers, or has it been mysterious?
Yeah. The camels, they are going extinct.
Sure.
What?
Good. Okay.
The
All right.
camels are going extinct, and Hesper has been tasked with helping the camels either repopulate or find and answer.
Camel husbandry.
Listen to me.
No,
You
I
just
understand.
went on a 20-minute rant about bees and your what are they? Honey shorts.
Honey shorts.
That is, I will only
Okay.
be referred to as Honey Shorts for the rest of this show. My name is now Honey Shorts.
That's Richard's special name for you.
That was my nickname in college.
It's your pet name.
What's up, honey shorts?
Yeah. So she's seeking the reason why the camels are going extinct.
So
It's
they
more-
don't know.
They don't know. Yeah, she's
Okay.
trying to answer for the camels' extinction.
Excellent. So you're trying to uncover the reason these camels, and that's why you were called by
Yes.
by the spirits.
So in this world, camels are like bees.
Oh my gosh, they are.
And this is why you're one of my bonds. I think now I've decided.
Good.
have to be.
That's fine. Okay. So what were you like before? Like, what was your life like before you were called into the desert? Were you someone important? Were you a nobody? Has your life been given purpose, or has purpose been taken from you?
Like I was the top of my class
Character has a
before,
voice now.
right? But now Hesper's not the top of her class or
Is
the
that-
head cheerleader or any of that. She went from being the cool kid to being the humpback woman.
Right. And you can't go back to school now.
You can't. Yeah, I definitely can't wear the prom queen crown.
Okay.
My hump can.
You
though.
have a better life ahead of you though. You have purpose now.
That's right, I
So
have
you
purpose.
used to be. So Hesper's pretty young, right?
I would say so. Yeah.
Okay.
She's
Unless this is some kind of like high school for adults. I don't-
she was probably called like a week before prom. So she was in her like early adulthood when she was called by the camels. Now she's been living the hump life for quite a while.
Hashtag hump life. Good knuckle.
Yeah.
I think it means a different thing in that context.
Yeah. I don't hashtag that.
Fun weekend in Seattle.
That's right. Yeah. All right. So you were called away to your destiny, and you left someone behind. What was the name of this person?
Oh my gosh. I left my best friend.
Okay.
She was also Hesper because best friends in high school have to have the same name. Like Ashley and Ashley, we were Hesper and Hesper.
Okay. So
that
that's
makes sense. I didn't have any friends in high school. That makes 100% sense.
Yeah, this is why you had to find somebody with your name.
Yeah.
okay. So you left behind your best friend Hesper, and I think why couldn't you tell her where you were going or what you were doing?
Because she's terrified of humps.
Oh, she's a humpophobic.
She's homophobic.
There's definitely a Latin term for that, but
Yeah, she's.
I'm not sure what it is.
Yeah, she
Toys
has
R Us.
a terrible
Think you
fear
nailed it.
of humps.
So she has a deep-seated fear of camels and
And-
Quasimodo, I guess.
Yes, correct.
Okay, good,
Yeah.
good, okay, good. All right, cool. So you haven't seen her in a long time, and she just thinks you disappeared.
Oh yeah, yeah.
All right, bummer for you, Hesper.
Yeah.
The other one. Well, you too, I guess.
Just good luck with that.
Okay, Hesper 2. Non-hump
Hesper 1
Hesper.
and Hesper 2.
All right, Paladin,
Yes.
tell us about yourself.
The character I have generated is Calencia Del Rulo.
Hell yeah. I like how it's like weirdo, actual like D&D character.
How's Del Rulo?
How's your name spelled?
Calencia, Kalen, and then SIA.
Okay.
Del Rulo, as in DEL Rulo.
Good. Okay. Sure.
RULO.
Got it. Sure. That sounds good. Okay. What is your character's species? What is your race? and upbringing?
Human.
You're a human.
Dominican.
Okay. All right. Yes.
Wow.
Right.
Specific. Yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
Oh, but be short soon.
Yeah.
No Dominicans in this fantasy world. Yeah. That's weird. You share an island with Haiti? What?
I feel like we've been transported back to the early '90s. Like we have elves and dwarves and no black people. All right, sick. Okay. So, in this, so are we in some kind of like fantasy version of Earth, or have you been transported from Dominica to here, or is it simply just that the two planes overlap? And you're
The
from
other
there?
half of the island where the Dominican Republic and Haiti are, the other half where Haiti is, was sent to the Shadow Realm.
Okay.
So from that side of which was the other half of the Dominican Republic is now here.
Okay.
And vice versa for Haiti. So there's also a Haiti here.
Okay.
But there's Shadow Haiti and
Shadow
the
Haiti.
DR.
From the the Shadow DR. Okay.
Making
good.
you think about stuff, right? Think about it.
Okay. All right. Cool. So, you came from an island.
Yes.
You were away from home on a dangerous quest. What is your quest?
My quest was to slay the ravenous, hoarding, this group. They're not kobolds. They're not trolls. They're not goblins. I'm not sure of all the different names of the creatures that exist in this world that we are going to create together.
You've just named several of them that didn't exist prior to you naming them.
Oh,
So
perfect.
make something up.
They're called incels. Slay
I support
incels,
this.
a great blight on the land.
Okay, sure, good.
Please, 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 please.
Clap
please,
for it.
please.
Clap
Thank you.
for it.
Okay, all right. Do you do this in the name of some higher power, or is this simply like a personal quest?
This is
you're
a
part of?
personal quest.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. And what set you off on this quest?
I read the comments.
Okay. Right, an ancient and cursed tome.
Yes,
the
yes.
comments.
And it's just people can just add stuff, and it just got really bad towards the bottom.
Yeah,
But I
it's
could make $750 simply for working from home, apparently.
become a paladin now.
There it is.
Okay, so you read this ancient and cursed text, this never-ending, like you can keep turning pages and it'll just be more comments.
It is infinite. It is
Okay.
longer than the entire existence.
How did you survive reading the comments?
I only survive because it's something reached inside and said, "Hey, you're stuck." Because usually when you start reading the comments, there's no way to get out.
Yeah, it's a cursed text.
Calencia Derulo was able to escape and was reached. It was kind of like they reached their arm out and they were pulled out of the comment section. But they had that burden of knowing what's inside there and making sure that no one else adds to it.
Oh, so you see the things that people are
I've
are
seen the
thinking
worst
and yeah that
of-
they wouldn't say in real life to someone face to face, but they'll say it on their YouTube page to make them feel bad.
Exactly.
Yeah, I don't like those guys either. Okay, all right. So you survived, and now you have this burden. What special ability or power are you granted while you were on your quest?
Take this and you can change it up. So it's the invulnerability to spells
Yeah.
done by anything through somatic components. So any sort of vocal or thing like that.
Right.
Anyone who's saying mean stuff that can hurt me or my
Yeah.
feelings.
Okay.
Doesn't work. I've seen the worst.
I like
So it is rubber and you are, no, they are glue and you're rubber.
I am rubber.
And it bounces off of you and then supposedly, as far as I know,
It's the
sticks
type
to-
of glue that doesn't stick to rubber, though.
like honey. Honey doesn't stick to rubber.
Honey does not stick to rubber. That's
Okay, that's good to know.
science.
Let me write you down as a bond real quick. Hold on.
The rubber's too porous.
Okay, all right. So you were immune. You have a fortress around your self-image, and the spells or banshee calls or other sonic attacks cannot harm you. You are immune to those, so long as you pursue your quest against the ravenous incels.
That's right.
Good. Okay. Cool. Excellent. Now, did you receive training for this quest?
I received the type of training where, and the spaces where you least expect it. On my travels, looking for more places that were affected by the incels, I met a young person, and they taught me the way to defend myself. They took a path of not fighting or attacking, but they just stood there and took the brunt of it. They were also a golem, so it hurt to punch them.
Okay.
But they taught me how to defend myself.
Excellent.
Then I met a woman who fought, and she fought well, and she didn't teach me. But she wrote a book, and I read the book.
It's good. It's nice to see that you're doing your own research.
There it is.
Okay, cool. So you've met many people in your life, and they are teaching you things as you continue on your quest.
And hopefully I can teach them a little something too.
Yeah, which is maybe why you have surrounded yourself with these weirdos, because maybe they have something to teach you, or they can help you on your quest. Okay, cool. All right. So lastly, our thief.
Yes, hello.
Tell us about yourself. Are you also a human?
No, I'm a halfling.
Ah, okay. What is your name? Halfling?
I'm Juggalo.
Oh yeah, you are. Have you sworn?
I'm so glad I got that reaction.
So have you like your brethren sworn allegiance to the Juggalord?
Well, I actually did visit the Dark Carnival.
And you stood before the Juggalord. You drank the sacred Fago, and
Yep.
were you deemed worthy, or have you been cast out of the gathering? How do I know all of this?
You were on the internet during 2012, man. I got nothing else to tell you.
Downtown Seattle when the Insane Clown Posse performed like I did.
Okay, all right, let's
no,
roll with
he
this.
Or you're
found
just cultured.
No. See, Juggalo found the Fago to be flat. And as such, he was kicked out of his desert community of Juggalos. They all have one name. It's really confusing. You just kind of, it's like Smurfs.
Whoop, whoop.
Right, yes. That's how you say I'm sad for you in Juggalo.
Yeah.
It's a confusing language. Okay, so you're a halfling. Are all Juggalos halflings?
No. Anyone's invited. You just have to, paint your face, drink the Fago.
Yeah,
all
right.
that.
Perform the sacred rituals in
course.
obeisance to the Juggalord. Yeah.
Right,
okay.
and you have to forsake magnets.
Oh yeah, of course.
Only
God.
miracles.
Only miracles. Miracles are real. Magnets are fake.
Okay. Sure. Good. Okay.
And they just kind of wander the desert, spreading.
So you
Smurfs.
were not born a Juggalo. How did you become one?
Oh, I had a con going that got really out of hand.
Oh, so you didn't mean to use it. It was a goof at first.
No,
and then
it started off with, okay, I'm gonna get 20 bucks from this guy, and then before I knew it, 3 years had passed. I changed my name. I had gotten face tattoos, and I was living in the desert.
That's how it works. That's how it
Yeah.
works. It starts as a joke. You're like, just kidding, bro. And then eventually you're a Juggalo.
It's a tale as old as time.
Okay, all right. So you became a Juggalo more or less by accident as part of a larger scheme. What did you leave behind? Like, were you among other halflings, and you had this life, or were you kind of like solitary to begin with?
I was solitary to begin with. I was on the.
You never fit in with the other halflings?
No, I was a little tall for them.
Oh, so you're a tall halfling.
Yeah,
How
I'm
tall?
3'10".
Okay, wow. All right.
Three-quarterling.
Yeah.
So you're 3'10". So most halflings are shorter than that.
Oh God, yes.
I feel like they should be less than half at that point. Like, if they're like 2 feet, then most people would be 4 and a half. All right, you know
My
what, that's
car
fair.
is a beaver.
To be fair, this is fantasy math.
Yeah, that's true. Exactly.
Well, we already established that bees have little suitcases and hats and jobs, and
Richard is special, okay?
Yeah, bees are very complicated. You can't even begin to understand.
Bees also apparently hate fashion and gave you cargo shorts.
That's
Also true
true.
story.
That's true.
Sticky ones.
Yeah.
Sticky cargo shorts.
Listen,
We're not talking about you right now.
I'm just gonna say it washes out.
It's the Juggalo's
Does
turn.
it? Does it really?
So Juggalo the halfling.
Yes, hello.
So you became a Juggalo by accident, and you lived. How long did you live that
I was
Juggalo
there for like
life?
3 years.
Yeah, okay.
Until I was finally accepted enough to drink the Holy Fago, and I found it flat, and they kicked me out of my ass.
So yeah, so you went before the Juggalord. You drank from the sacred plastic bottle, and you were cast out of the gathering not because you didn't hold up, but because you rejected the Juggalo life.
I said it was flat. I asked if I got a fresh one.
Yeah.
and they-
Okay.
No.
3 years of Juggalo. My favorite romance novel. Okay, so you left that life behind. Who did you leave behind in the Juggalo encampment? In the
Oh, I
desert?
left Juggalo.
I should not have asked you that.
Nope,
Okay.
they're all named Juggalo. I told you, it's a smart
And
thing.
is this Juggalo a human, a halfling like you?
They were a half orc,
A half orc. Interesting.
and my lover.
Okay, that's
Yep.
fine. Okay, so a half orc, and you had to leave them behind. Is it because they are a more goodly and faithful Juggalo?
Yes, they are.
Okay. Was there any moment where you thought they might come with you?
I had a brief moment, but after I rejected the Fago, I went home and found Juggalo in bed with Juggalo.
Oh no, Juggalo! Why?
No.
Juggalo
On
with Juggalo?
Juggalo.
Juggalo's a gigolo.
Whoop whoop.
All right. Okay. So,
Whoop,
so there was a falling out with this romantic partner of yours, and so maybe it seems to me like you left a bad time behind. Like you're turning a new page in your life.
Trying to. Problem is, I have no skills, horrible tattoos on my face, and I'm still trying to get used to the idea of magnets again. So right now, I'm kind of going back to my old ways of stealing a lot of shit if I can get away with it.
Yeah, I mean, you were only a Juggalo for 3 years, and they say it takes the same amount of time to get over a relationship as it did you were in it. So.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay. And on the plus side, it's harder to recognize you with facial detection. So you got that going for you.
In your face.
The human surveillance network can't get you. All right, cool. Juggalo, what is the most valuable thing you ever stole?
Oh, I kind of stole the king's crown.
Ah, okay. All right, and is this a human king? Is this the king that ruled over Hesper's
No, it's the
kingdom?
Camel King.
The Camel King. Oh, damn. You don't
You
mess with
stole
the
the Camel King's crown?
I gave it back.
Okay, respect. First off, I want to.
All right, so that was the second question. So you stole the crown of the Camel King. Good. Seems like a smart move. But then you gave it back. Why?
Oh,
Is this like a catch and release thing? Or?
well, they're much bigger than me, and they have big hooves. And they said, give us back the crown, or
so
we
you
will kill you with our giant hooves.
you got caught, and it was under penalty of crushing.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Camel crushing.
Yes.
Good.
Worst death.
I feel like somebody out there on the internet is really into that idea.
I mean, have you seen the camel's mouth, like for real, the inside of a camel's mouth? Google it later after the show.
I'm not doing that.
Nah, no.
Yeah,
Not-
you shouldn't.
Don't
I'm not
do
doing that.
Don't listen to the bee person.
I pay taxes. I
Don't
don't
listen
deserve
to
this.
honey pants or whatever.
Honey shorts.
Too short. Honey
Shorts. You used to be honey pants, and then we missed the bottom half. Okay, so you returned the crown, but there was still a punishment issued, right? You were instructed some punishment was given to you by the king of the camels. What was it?
Well, so you know the natural enemy of the camel, right?
I'm not gonna guess. You
Yes,
just
of
tell me
course.
what I obviously know.
The beaver.
Right? Okay.
Yes. So I had to go kidnap the beaver princess.
Okay.
Didn't work out so well.
You're turning out to be very competent in your post.
I'm really not great at my job.
Okay. All right. And so that didn't go well. So what are you on the run from both the Camel King and the Beaver royal family?
Yes.
Okay. All right.
Oh my, that's half the kingdom.
I know.
Okay.
Those beavers.
I like how all of these like anthropomorphic animals seem to be more important and significant than like you're like Rosencrantz and Guildenstern. And like in another room somewhere the real version of this game is happening and
Dungeon World's 1.5.
we just get the B team over here. Yeah.
Hey, please do not call it the B team. That is being
Highly
racial.
offensive.
I thought you did that on purpose.
B
All
team,
right,
B team, go,
so you should all have bonds now, having listened to everybody deliver their character descriptions. So TGI Fridays, read your bonds to us one at a time, please.
Can I editorialize a little bit?
Read it normal first, and then we can talk about it.
Deal. Derulo does not understand the wild, so I will teach them. And here's the thing, that is, the way I'm reading this is not condescending. It is, I respect your goals, and I want to help you succeed at your goals. So what I am going to do is I'm going to help you succeed at your goals in any way that I can without encroaching on your personal ability and your agency.
Thank you. I appreciate you.
You're
To
welcome.
fight the
I appreciate
incels.
you too. Yes, to fight the incels.
Use
because I
bee
respect
power.
it. It's a great mission.
Save the bees, damn the incels.
Oh gosh, please.
I want that on a t-shirt.
We're gonna have merch after the show in the back of the van.
I mean, if I have to choose one or the other.
How about the one that makes flowers pretty?
Okay.
Hesper is a friend to nature, so I will be their friend as well. That's pretty straightforward. I stand by that.
Hesper, do you consider yourself a friend to nature?
I do actually. One of my bonds will explain that.
Excellent. Cool.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. What else you got?
And for originally, like I want to be clear, for the thief, I was a little concerned. The thief, my initial response was the thief has no respect for nature, so I have no respect for them. However, I go ahead, like my good friend 50 told me, go ahead, switch the style up, and if they hate them, let them hate them, watch the money pile up. Juggalo, I have guided Juggalo before, and they owe me for that. And I don't mean that in, a condescending way. We have some kind of symbiotic relationship because we understand loss and failure together. And I think for me, that again makes me want to help you in whatever way you can because you want to be the best version of yourself. You were honest with yourself with the Juggalos and Juggalo, and when Juggalo cheated on you with Juggalo, it was
That gigolo.
it was heartbreaking.
Yeah.
And I do relate to that, even though I've had nothing but pure bee joy in my life. I understand.
Who doesn't
your
like a little
pain.
bee joy now and then?
I don't like bee joy. Be real with yourself. So I like to believe-
Imagine that entire touching speech delivered by a shirtless man in honey-covered cargo
in honey
pants.
covered. Well, no.
With a yoked bee on his side.
Well, yeah,
Yeah.
Richard skips leg day, but he's got so his thorax.
He has the wings of a condor.
So yes, essentially what I'm saying is I respect you all.
Good. Okay.
really great.
Fantastic. And those are your bonds?
Those are my bonds.
Excellent.
Confirmed. Final
All
answer.
right.
Cool. All right.
Hesper.
You have done the camels a great disservice.
Oh, damn.
Such a shame. So, Juggalo smells more like prey than a hunter.
Camel prey?
Camel prey.
So,
I
like,
hunt him in the night.
like a cactus?
Yeah, like
or-
a,
Yeah, 'cause they
you
eat
know, like a,
cactus, they eat
What is a
cacti.
what is a camel hunt?
Anything with thorns.
Sand?
Cacti
anything.
and people at zoos.
Okay. All right.
You are my prey, sir.
So Juggalo smells like a vegetable.
Like a really green cacti.
Like San Pedro.
Now is this like an urge where you want to try to help them, or do you like look at them and they turn into a delicious cactus when they're
I
not
think I
looking?
just can't. Yeah, it's more of like you in my presence. Something about what you did in my presence forces me to just want to eat you.
You're so juicy.
You're
Juggalo.
so juicy. So it's a constant urge I have to fight
Good,
as
okay.
we work
The
together.
predatory urge
The
of the
predatory
camel.
urge of the camel.
Good.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
You have come here on a sacred kind of mission, right? So I felt when we met that I had to show you a sacred right of the land.
Interesting. A sacred camel right.
Camel right.
Good. I like how everybody's like just lining up to teach you stuff.
Yeah.
That's great.
Yeah,
You're
it's
learning
great.
camel rights. You're learning about bees. And
What
their
more do
So
we need?
much.
and their nature. All right.
Bees and camels.
Now, you, sir, when we met, we became besties. I can feel it. And because I had to replace my other bestie. And it reads, you have tasted my blood and I theirs. We are bound by it. But I would really like for it to say, you have tasted my hump water and I your honey. And we are bound by it.
Adam,
I don't
is
like
Is
that.
it possible if we can add that to the game?
Can we make that a
Could be the new
permanent
Dungeon
change?
World?
You can write that on your character sheet if you
Oh,
want.
I did.
So when we write it, it's permanent, right?
Yeah.
It's
Well,
canon.
for you. Yeah.
Yeah,
canon.
for us.
Yeah.
Okay.
I am
So how, like,
very grateful for the hump water.
Is that? Do you just have like a spigot on the
I
side?
have a spout.
of the-
Yeah, it's an
So you're a
augmentation.
cybernetic
yeah,
camel
it's like
person.
you know,
Can I hold my glass
does it
underneath it?
have
and
to
just
be like?
do I have to hold it or is it like
I
automatic?
think it's probably more like a cork. You
When-
just,
Oh,
you just
I
like
like
pop
that.
the cork.
When it gets low, do you have to tilt to one side?
yeah, of course I do. Yeah.
Could you,
a
I
jiggle.
apologize.
And you should know
is
the
deflated.
sacred right of the land that I taught you is how I fill my hump.
But no one else does. Do we know that?
Nobody knows how. No camel fills their hump in front of others.
How does that hump get filled? I have so
It's
many
a
questions.
secret.
It's a
hump
secret.
right,
You only
and
get to
know.
drink from it. He gets to know the secret.
You know what? I respect that.
Yeah.
I get chewed
I
on.
love that.
This is just so weird. It's just
Wait,
great. I
this
love
is
it.
weird?
Yep.
Yeah. Go ahead. What's your last one? Or have you done your?
That was it. That was all three.
All right,
Yep,
you get your
yep,
three.
yep,
Right.
that's it.
'cause You're a bunch of weirdo.
Yeah. This
okay.
side of the
You
table's
only have
really
three.
having some
Just
life
drink each
issues.
other's stuff.
All
That's
right. Paladin, your bonds.
All right. So I filled in all four. Awesome. Juggles misguided behavior endangers their soul, and I wish to guide you, my friend.
Oh.
Hestra has stood by me in battle and can be trusted completely.
Is that true? The trusting part. not the
Yes,
valid.
camels are super trustworthy.
That is actually something that
Absolutely.
everyone knows.
Yeah, everybody
Everyone
knows that you can trust a camel.
Right?
Yeah.
Hands
yeah.
down. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm a
Best traveling
yeah,
companion.
camels are really,
Have you ever
really-
seen stories from the Book of Virtue? And they gave that great tale about the young colt and the old veteran camel. And the young colt was spry and ready for the journey, but the camel took his time and steadied his pace. During the journey, the young colt worried himself out by running ahead, but the slow veteran camel taught the young colt that just take your time, young one. No need to rush into things. And then there was like some Christian song that played.
Yeah.
There was some heavy Christian like.
It
There
was
was some
like-
weird
it was like-
VeggieTales stuff happening.
It was. I know.
Oh,
and I
super
really
VeggieTales.
didn't click until I was like, oh, what? Like,
Oh, you're describing a real thing.
yeah.
Okay.
There
Sure.
was like
I thought you were just
a
making
bison
that
named
up.
Plato, a bobcat named Socrates.
Yeah, I'm Jewish. I don't get any. I got none of it.
Yeah, I have no idea what any. I'm from Canada. So
You made it! So I respect the beliefs of TGI Fridays, but I hope that they someday see the true way.
you have to sign a document that says that when you go into the restaurant. I respect the beliefs of TGI Fridays.
Asterisk, but I hope that they someday see the real way.
Honestly, I wrote that. I was at TGI Fridays the other day, and I literally wrote that on the suggestion box.
They have a notary there
Yeah.
to stamp it,
Flying.
so you can't. Yeah.
And then my fourth and final bond is Richard is a brave soul. I have so much to learn from him.
You have a bond with Richard the bee.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't even think about
I
Richard.
adore that. And can I ask you one question?
Yeah.
And it's totally okay if you don't want to share it. But what is the true way? I'm always curious. I'm a bee.
TGI
man,
Fridays is coming off a little jealous here.
Believe in yourself.
Oh no.
Boo.
Just really.
Yeah, you're stuck in
I
here.
feel like we're gonna need to go ahead and put like
what
a.
I do is I sit in my hammock and I dwell on that because I did ask you that one day over like a campfire or something, and I sat in my hammock and I just didn't sleep all night and I dwelled and thought about that, and I still can't come up with an answer, but I'm gonna be more critical about my choices in the future. Okay.
Good to know. All right, Juggalo, take us home.
I stole something from Derulo.
Yeah. Okay.
I stole their password.
Okay. Good. Do you know that the Juggalo has your password?
Even if I did know, I don't mind it. If they need that right now, then they can have it.
So do you carry around the comments with you?
No.
No?
No.
Okay.
No. I can't even move the comments. If
Right.
you want to go there, you can go there. People don't go into the comments. It's there. It's readily available. If you wish to go there, you can go there. But do you really want to go there?
It seems incredibly dangerous that there would be such a
Juggalo
harmful thing
does.
just available for anyone to look at.
It's kind of like the U.S. But there you go.
Okay, so what is it a password to? Is it a password to a place? Is it a password to a?
It's the password to the comments.
Yeah. Okay. So you have access to the comments in a way that no one else does.
Yeah, I can
And you
edit
shouldn't.
the comments.
You can edit.
You're a mod. You're essentially a mod.
Pretty much.
Okay. All right. And why? Why did you steal this dangerous artifact?
I was bored.
Right, because it was just around. YOLO is why.
Yeah, pretty much.
Good. Okay. All right. You have access to the password. All right. What else you got?
Yep. Terry Friday, as I call him, has my back when things go wrong.
Is that true?
I believe firmly in my heart of hearts that me and Richard do have your back. Richard's a little more critical of my choices, specifically in supporting of you, but Richard does also have your back because he trusts me and my core.
All right.
I also gave them a wonderful housewarming gift when I got that new hive, so you
That
know.
was no, honestly, that was so nice. Those crystal lights look great. They look
I knew
great.
they would. I knew they would. I knew what Betty wanted. And finally, Hesper knows incriminating details about me.
Interesting. What do you know about Juggalo?
Well, other than the fact that you stole the crown, I guess we all know that.
Yeah, I feel like that's public
that's
knowledge.
like
You've
public
been,
knowledge.
You've been like shamed and
Oh, yeah, there's
admonished
posters
for
of
it.
me.
Oh, I know the great secret that you canoodled with the camel's daughter.
The Camel Princess.
The camel princess. Yeah, you canoodled. I saw it with my own eyes.
A lady never kisses and tells.
Neither does a camel.
Yeah, because they can't speak.
They can't do it
We
right.
are incapable of
They
speech.
can, okay,
Yeah.
all right, sure.
I like how that was verified.
Yeah.
No, we can confirm. We can confirm.
Yeah, well,
Apparently
that's
I'm
why
a
you're
camel
special.
humper.
This is
I'll
why
take it.
I can speak to the camels.
That
She
is
told
a
me
blue
about
check
it.
mark on
You have the
Twitter.
camel speech.
She told me about it. She confides in me.
Interesting. Okay, good. So everybody has bonds?
Yes.
You have them all worked out. We understand how we know each other. We have some very strange and complicated characters and an even weirder world in which they live. So let's take a little trip into that world.
Let's do it.
So I think, my dear adventurers, you are bound together by fate and by destiny and by the fact that you all agreed to do this stream, and you have joined one another in the desert. You are in the vast desert, and it seems that the camel extinction has worsened, such to the point that even the bees are now getting involved and have sent you to investigate and to learn what is going on.
Is this while Richard's on holiday, or is he?
Richard
with
is with you.
He's
yes,
with me. Okay.
This is
okay.
Richard. You and Richard's special time.
Okay.
He's a little annoyed that you have to like do an adventure while
Well,
you're
because
supposed
he doesn't
to
like
be
work. He
hanging out.
doesn't like working. His phone's down.
Yeah, sure.
When we're hanging out.
No screen time with
Yeah,
me.
no screen time.
Yeah. So you're in the vast desert. You are seeking the reason for this. You have heard and are pursuing a rumor to where what you think the cause of this sudden extinction escalation is. What Juggalo? What was that rumor? What did you hear?
It is a curse from the ancient mummy.
is it like a beaver mummy or like a human mummy or?
Beaver mummy.
Because the beavers,
high or
the
low?
beavers and the camels, like the beavers are sitting back being like, yeah, go extinct, you humpy bastards.
Beaver agenda.
Well, we established
got-
very clearly that the beavers and the camels do not get along.
No.
True.
Do not mesh.
Okay, beaver mummy.
Beaver mummy, got it. Okay, all right. So there is a cursed beaver corpse that is undead somewhere, and you've heard this rumor. So are you seeking the tomb of this beaver mummy, or is it meant to be like shambling around in the desert, attracting followers, or what? Where would you have found it? I think probably you would know the answer to
Well,
this.
beavers, the only tomb that they have are dams. So there's a great ancient beaver dam somewhere
In
that
the
they
desert.
put in the yeah. Yeah,
I'm
it's a,
guessing it wasn't always the desert.
It wasn't
then.
always.
It created the desert.
yeah.
Oh my gosh.
my
So they
God.
put the dam in the way that caused the
That
drought
drought.
that led to civilization slowly drying out. The bees are dying. The
This is
camels
why
are
we're
dying.
on this. This is why we're playing this game.
Oh my
Okay,
gosh.
all right. So there's a fortress then.
Yes.
But this is this is like a necropolis, right? This is not a place where beavers live. This
No.
is where they come to install their dead.
You see, the beavers used to run the desert, but after they dried it out, they moved onwards. And
But they still return here to this.
They
this
return.
monolithic-
They return to put their dead.
Yeah,
In this
yeah.
in this dam.
Love the beaver graveyard.
Okay, cool. I'm just imagining like a dam made out of like bones and stuff. It's horrifying.
Yes.
That's exactly what it is now.
That's
Yeah,
what I pictured.
yeah.
Got just the right amount of dark.
Yeah, right at the edge of this desert, which
Fucking
wouldn't
metal.
exist if it weren't for the dam of bones. And then these beavers rule over, I guess, the lake that is dammed up behind it. And that is a cursed as hell lake, I tell you
I
what.
like to imagine that when the water's kind of slowly going over it, occasionally it's a little red at the tip before it goes. You know,
Yeah, there's probably like a mist of
Yeah.
necrotic beaver dust that like hangs over.
Necrotic
The lake of the damned.
Hey, that's good.
That is
Very
good.
nice.
There's layers. There's
I like
layers.
it. That's clever.
beautiful.
Okay,
I like it.
cool.
I like it. I respect it.
So I guess this isn't much of a rumor. Like, hey, I wonder what's causing the extinction. Maybe it's the giant pile of bones in the neck.
But here's the thing, if that was the actual argument, the government would be like, no, that's not the problem.
That's definitely not
Yeah,
the
don't worry
problem.
about
That's
it.
not it.
Don't worry about
Oh,
it.
so the camel government has a bureaucracy problem?
Oh, yeah. I would assume so. I mean, I'm not going to speak for it as I'm a representative of the bees, but, I have my opinions.
Okay, all right. So you have braved the necro cloud. You have climbed up the terrible cliff. In what way did you protect your allies on this journey?
In every way possible. I protected them.
All of them is not an answer. Whatever I did, it
Possible
was
to
great, and I
Derulo.
did it.
No, like,
Like, did
amongst
you-
the group, I feel like Derulo might be just more combat ready.
Yeah. So
That's
did you
kinda like a
protect?
focus.
Did you protect
Of
them from a
course.
monster? Or
Yes,
something? Okay.
monsters, zombified beavers. When the Otter Clan decided to use this as to try and do a coup on the beavers, like they came at us and we had to stop those otters. They
Oh, the
fought us
great
2 at a time.
otter
they run
fight.
us holding hands. It's great.
Dire otters are nothing to mess with.
They are not. You do not mess with dire.
Words of reassurance as well as words of validation, as well as making sure that we just stay
So did
protected.
these this is like mercenary marauders, like free
Marauders!
freebooters.
Marauders! Yes! Yes!
All right, cool. So you protected your allies from a band of marauders. Let's see. I'm just
This
gonna
is
say
my
it.
favorite Red Wall book.
We're here to kill incels and fight otters.
Yeah, good. So let's see how that went. I'm going to get you to defy danger, and you're going to defy danger with your strength. So pick up those 2d6, roll them, add the numbers together, add your strength modifier, and then tell everybody what you got.
That's going to be an 8.
Okay, you got an 8. All right, so you were able to defeat the marauders, but at some cost to yourself.
Yes.
Were you harmed during the battle? Did you lose or break something important? Did you fail to protect one of your companions? What was it?
I did lose something.
Yeah?
My symbol of protection.
Okay. All right.
Oh no.
So you are going into the Lake of the Damned without
My
this,
VPN.
without this symbol. Right. Good. Yeah. It's a holy symbol in the shape of an onion. Good. Good. Jonathan Frakes explained it to me. I know how it works now. Okay, cool. So you, that was a niche joke. Thank you for laughing.
Yeah.
That was like deep, like several
Do you
layers.
guys want to be on my
in.
podcast, Freaks on a Plane? We just record while we travel.
Okay. So you left behind. You lost this holy symbol. It was stolen by the Marauders as they fled away from you, but you managed to protect your friends. Okay.
Yeah, my friend's protected, but the main thing that protects me mostly from all these vocal attacks is gone.
Right. Okay. So you're feeling like maybe vulnerable.
I'm very vulnerable right
Okay. All right. Cool.
Do you want some honey or something? Or?
now. No, I just get to change my password every day.
Oh, I'm
Okay.
so sorry.
So
Yeah, what is it this week?
Oh,
Yeah.
so you
Derulo rules.
So you, thanks to your paladin friend, you were able to overcome these marauders. You made your way to the cliffside. Who led the climb up this cliff through the necro mist? Which one of you?
I feel like even though I'm a camel, I have
You're
a
not a
camel.
camel all the
I have a
time.
camel's heart. I'm a camel as much as I want to be, right? Can I change it to a camel? That being said, I feel like
feel
with
like
a
you're
humpback,
climbing
there's
up-
this Quasimodo thing, and Quasimodo was a great climber,
historically, yes.
historically speaking. So I'm gonna say Hesper.
I mean, he's not as good as like a pseudo-moto or like a semi-moto.
Just, you know what? You didn't say it was a
Oh,
terribly
that one
difficult cliff. You
hurt.
just asked me to climb it, okay?
That one physically
Yeah,
hurts.
it's okay. I have a humpback. What do you want from me?
You can tell the difference by the size of the helm.
That's right. It's just
Okay.
quasi.
So how did you lead them safely up the cliffside?
I used the great desert rope that my people, or that the camels gave me, to attach it around my hump, like fastened it to me so that I could secure them as I climbed first. I was
Okay,
the
so
rock.
You led the way.
I led the way.
And it was your enduring that helped carry the way. All right.
Yeah.
Defy danger with your constitution.
Oh, I can do that. Okay. 11.
You got 11. Excellent. It went great. It went fantastic. There was no risk to you. You were able to ascend the cliffs, pass through the grayish cloud that hangs around this place, and made your way to the top of the cliff. So you find yourselves standing at the edge of the Lake of the Damned. The great mound of beaver bones lies before you. Everywhere around you hangs this ominous dust in the air, and somewhere behind it there is the lake itself, which you all know to be cursed. You stand here gazing into the opening into this sacred burial hall for beavers, and you see before you someone has put up a sign in front of the road leading up, the beaver road leading up to the entrance, but it's hard to see through the mist. You still can't see it. You appear it's far away.
Before you do anything, I want to check. I want to investigate everything because beavers are notorious trap layers.
Yeah, that's true.
Tricky
That's true.
beavers.
I have read that somewhere.
Those
Yes.
tricky beavers.
As a Canadian, I feel like this stream is very difficult for me, but I'm gonna get through it.
I'm sorry.
My people.
We are looking at a 10. So
Okay.
for trap expert, when you spend a moment to survey a dangerous area, roll dex on 10 plus, hold 3.
Yeah.
Advanced.
So, is there a trap here, and if so, what activates it?
So the only trap here, and you will learn this as you get closer to the sign, is an ideological one.
Oh no.
It is a trap of the mind.
Oh no. I'm a juggalo. I'm not good at that.
Do you, well, you're very resistant to new ideas, so.
Apparently. What does the trap do when activated?
It leads you down a dark path from which it is very difficult to come back.
What else is hidden here?
There are figures watching you in the setters of this trap, lurking at the periphery of your vision. You cannot make them out, only but in your peripheral vision you see them shambling kind of in the mist.
Keep your guards up. We're not alone.
I do
Richard
stick out my,
buzzes.
That was my character
I
voice.
Stick out, I stick out my, because I was allowed to have weapons and things. I do have a bee knife, which I keep attached to the back of my cargo shorts.
What's a bee knife?
So I do, well, it's just a knife that's tied to the back of my cargo shorts. So I do kind of lead like this a little bit,
Okay.
ready to attack.
Okay. Sure.
When you use your bee knife, do you die after you use it?
Is it a one-time moment?
It is, and that's why I often don't use it.
I jammed the knife into his chest
You
and
just
then I died.
bump into him a couple of times. Usually stay away.
Yeah, I just gonna just gently, like maybe kind of like, you know.
You
Let me
twerk
just-
on
Let
them.
me just make sure I get this.
The real trap is a screen door in front of the tomb, through which none shall pass. Yeah. All right. So you ready for battle? What are you gonna do?
Yeah, I don't battle very well. I kind of just come up behind you, and Hesper goes, "Can you show me where?"
Yeah. You want to take a look around?
Yeah, like, can you point it out? You said we're being watched, right?
So make a roll and add your wisdom. We're gonna discern some realities. Now, if Hesper doesn't roll great, you can help.
That would be a 9.
Yeah, 9. Do you want to try and help?
I would love to.
All right. So roll and add the number of bonds you have with Hesper.
Well, we have 1, so
We do.
we are looking
I
at
also go,
an 8.
you
You got an 8. All right, so you're going to help. That bumps it up to a 10 for you.
'Kay.
You are endangering yourself by helping, right? Maybe these shambling, sweaty figures in the mist like take special notice of you, or maybe they get closer as you're pointing them out. But your moment of assistance will put you in danger.
I break out a laser pointer and just gonna point them out with that.
So while this is happening, you make your discern realities roll. You can ask me 3 questions on the
Oh.
basic moves list there under discern realities. Ask me those questions.
Okay.
You got 3 of them.
Okay.
can do
Okay. What should I be on the lookout for?
You should be on the lookout for the incels.
Oh no.
found us.
What here is not what it appears to be?
They appear to be human, but they are not.
Great. You're really helping here.
They ain't.
You didn't make the rules. It's in the book.
It's there.
And what happened here recently?
So this tomb, while an ancient sepulcher to the beavers, has been occupied by another force who feels entitled to it,
Oh.
and they have set up a perimeter around it, which you are about to encroach into.
I see.
So they are breathing heavily around in the mist, kind of watching you, and you can see them in shadow, kind of nearby.
Hesper simply says, my hump tingles with danger.
You got to get a hump tingle looked
Yeah.
at.
Yeah.
I smell
It's
Cheetos
my best sense.
and desperation.
You do.
You smell like a cucumber.
Oh,
And I take
well,
like a big whiff of you.
Yeah.
Stop.
Don't. She might bite you if you know. Just stay away a little bit.
That's the plan. Please stop. Please stop that.
This is not beaver territory anymore.
That's what I should have said to my dad when I came out.
Oh boy,
This is going swimmingly.
that was great. That was very, very nice. So do you press on? Do you? I mean, the threat to the people, the camel people, lies somewhere within this tomb. Incels or no,
Right.
what do you do?
Have you told us about the incels?
My personal quest.
Yeah, would you have let us know?
Oh,
know
yeah.
about, okay. Okay.
I'm on high alert. I'm doing a sword and board, so the sword is drawn, the board is out, and I am just like menacingly smoldering into the middle distance.
And
is
it's
it like
it's
like
working.
is it like a message board or like? I mean, I figure you're an internet paladin, so.
Oh yeah. Internet paladin.
Yes.
We're social justice paladin.
Like it's a shield with like a bunch of like positive messages stuck to it to like keep you going. You got all your likes on there.
There you go. It's just where you can find me. And it's like my Patreon. If you want to send me some gold, there's my Cash App.
You get your power. You get your power from a divine Patreon.
You know.
Good. It's nice. I
There
like
you go.
I'm stealing that.
Yeah.
And my divine Patreon still has my OnlyFans account. So
Perfect.
yeah, again, leaning that.
Okay, so
just
you're
going right in.
Revenant's out and you're ready. Even though you are missing your precious onion-shaped artifact, it would certainly protect you from. And I think you can begin to hear them like whispering, right? You hear whispers of like betas.
Silly boys.
Yeah. You can hear the throaty gurgles of these creatures lurking at the periphery of your vision.
I like you have the same voice in your head as I do when I read
Yeah.
the comments.
Oh,
Like,
Yes.
Yeah, they're all basically Gollum.
Okay. Yeah, and just stepping forward, just hopefully giving everyone the okay, like, let's press on. We got this.
Yeah. So you just like head down the path.
Yeah. Follow Derulo.
You
Okay.
be our guide.
Right.
I'm so sorry. Please invite me back next year.
Heading straight down, and I do know that there are multiple traps, but I am more just.
Well, there's one trap that will send you down a very dark path.
Yes.
Yeah, and so I think as you press on and as you enter into the mist, message board drawn, you do see this sign as it resolves as you get closer, and it says written on it in blood. It says, "Beware, you enter the friend zone."
I laugh. This place doesn't exist.
Yes.
Did you pull the sign out of the ground?
I was like, nope.
Yeah. Right. Exactly. Okay. Let's see if your force of will is enough to disbelieve in the friend zone, and rob it of its power.
All right. Wisdom or charisma?
I think this is a charisma roll.
Awesome.
I think this is defy danger with charisma.
It's their weakest thing.
All right. And that will be a 6 with 9.
You got a 9?
Yes.
Okay. All right. So
switch up
you
this
draw the sign forth from the ground and proudly declaim that this so-called zone of theirs is not real. It's an illusion. And you toss it aside, and you do manage to disperse many of the weaker incels. They come to. And they begin to they begin to now it's not that they're driven away in fear or anything. It's just that they realize, like, oh, you're right, and they go away to become better people.
They've been improved.
Oh my gosh.
But
A happy ending.
you only got 7 to 9, right? You got that middle result. So some of them, it only strengthens their resolve, and they begin to chant, "Debate me, debate me, debate me," and they start to close in on you, and you can see them. Start to get closer, and they start reaching out to you to try to grab you and force you to listen to their terrible ideas.
Okay.
What are you gonna do? They're getting closer.
I throw my ass at them.
All right.
Do you remove your butt and throw it, or is it just like a
No,
butt
I mean
first?
it's all connected really down there. But what I can do with my hips is unlike anything you've ever seen.
Your hips
Ah,
don't
so
lie.
you-
That's again why I've been accepted by the beat.
You studied at the Shakira Academy.
Yes, Shakira.
Right. Okay.
Shabira.
All right, so you want to attack them? You have to drive them away with your.
Yes, I think I
butt?
would like to. Yes, my intention is to shoo them away with my ass.
Yes. Okay. Drive them away with your butt.
Okay.
So you are gonna roll, and do you think your butt is a factor of constitution or of strength here?
Wouldn't it be dexterity?
Definitely Constitution.
Yeah.
It's
Okay.
gotta be Constitution.
All
Like
right.
with like a sprinkle of dexterity and maybe like a touch of vigorous, even though that's not a skill thing in here.
Sure.
You
Right.
are
Okay.
so extra.
So you're gonna hack and slash.
Yeah.
With your butt. So go ahead and roll, but I'll let you roll with your constitution. So
Thank
roll
you.
and add your con. Whenever you're ready.
So is this the number that I copied from hers or?
It's whatever your constitution is. Yes.
You had this one.
So I got a big old 5.
You got a 5. All right. Mark a point of experience.
Oh my gosh.
These mindless, shambling creatures are not dissuaded by your sexy moves.
Does it actually encourage them?
Maybe secretly, but they would never admit it.
Fair.
And yeah, you feel their sweaty hands like close in on your shoulders and in your arms.
It's not working!
Richard buzzes, frightened, and you see the incels close in on your companion, and they drag you to the ground, and some of them hold you down, and the others get in your face and start quoting famous people they follow on Twitter.
I mean,
What are you gonna do? You see your friend grabbed up by the juggalo.
I get a bow and
Do the thing that
I
bows
do
do.
the thing. I do the thing.
I get a bow and
Long day.
this thing where you shoot
Throwing
them
apart.
you shoot the sharp parts at
Yes,
them.
I shoot the bow.
Yeah, do it. Go ahead and roll a volley.
you must protect my ass.
That's a 12.
You got 12. Nice. All right. So what is on a 10 plus? What does a volley do for you?
Okay, that's basically just going to be a hack and slash but it does 1d8, and since I'm a halfling, it deals +2. So.
Yeah, so it's basically the same jam. You're going to deal your damage. How much damage do you deal?
We're looking at 10.
10 damage. My God. All right. So you.
Right in the dick.
Yeah, you shoot one of these creatures directly in its withered genitals, and it grabs itself and falls over, dead in the muck.
My Achilles dick.
I approach unafraid, for I am gay and incels can't hurt me. I will spout lore to make that true.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Absolutely. Nothing terrifies a incel like a gay juggalo.
We need so much merch just for this stream.
We got an 8.
You got an 8. Okay. All right. So you stride forward, and they turn and they see you, and they fall back away from the
my
stunning ass.
You can say it, yeah.
They fall back hissing, realizing what they're up against, which buys another one of you a moment to stride in and do something. What would you like to do?
I would like to go in and relieve my companion now that there's an opening, and I'm going to hack and slash at the nearest incels.
Yeah, just rush in with your
Yep.
sword of truth. Okay.
Yeah.
All
I'm
right.
just gonna
So
do
roll
that.
on edge of strength.
Oh no!
Oh, dear.
Oh
Snake
no! That's the worst. That's a 4 total.
Okay. Mark a point of experience.
Oh my goodness! Well, I learned something today.
You open your mouth to shout a battle cry of positivity, and one of them jams a small red object into your mouth.
Oh no.
And is attempting to wrestle it, like they're covering your mouth and trying to make you swallow this bitter pill that is good for you. You see this? You see one of these the incel alpha leap at you and jam
The
this
incel
object
alpha?
into your mouth, and he's holding you down. And his fedora blocks out the sun, and you are knocked to the ground. What are you gonna do? Hesper?
Yeah, Hesper sees all of this happen, and she does what she does best, which is turn into a camel. So she knows that in the desert, the scariest thing is the trample of the camel, and not on my sand. So she's gonna try to shapeshift into camel form and
All right.
maybe scare them away. I'm not exactly
Take
sure,
on
but
the form of the camel.
take on the form of the camel. So that will be my wisdom. So
Yep.
2, 10.
All right, so we're gonna play a little game. It's called What Does a Camel Do? When you take the shape of an animal, you tell me 3 things. What are they? So what does a camel do? Does a camel like? We talked about the camel like crushing with the hooves.
There's like a trample.
Okay.
There's
crush.
definitely a crush.
Crush with hooves.
We spoke of their bite, their mouth. We
Yeah,
talked about
they have
mouth,
a-
so
they have a
they have to have a
infamous
camel
mouth.
bite.
Okay.
The infamous camel bite.
Bite with teeth.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
And they are well known for sitting and smothering things with their large bodies.
Is that true?
That's actually very true.
Okay.
Camels are big.
Smother with butt.
Yeah, butt smother.
But smother, the camel.
All right, so you have 3 hold. As long as you have that hold, you retain your form of a camel. What does it look like when you shapeshift into a camel? Is it like your bones elongating and cracking, or is it more like a mystical?
I imagine it's very quick and it's kind of like a, like it just
From like the-
happens.
from the hump out.
Yeah, from the hump down. Yeah, it's very much a splat motion. I just kind of like pop out into camel form. I let
how
out
I
that
get
like
things done,
that
too, from
noise
the
that
hump
camel
down.
makes. You know that like.
I was kind of
sound.
hoping it was like a magical girl transformation, but
No.
turned into a camel.
Oh man, I can't.
Yeah, she's like humpback Sailor Moon.
Yeah.
The whole thing
She, like,
spins around.
spins.
and-
Yeah, my hump takes its form.
Maybe that's what you imagine it looks like. You only see this yourself. For everyone else, it's just like. Bleh,
It's because we know he has a soft spot for camel ladies.
That's true.
Listen,
Yeah.
He has the
listen,
female
they
camel
love
is.
me.
Yeah.
What can I say?
I can't help it.
Yeah.
Listen, every lady camel prides herself on having a gay juggalo best friend.
Oh, I just realized that means you didn't actually walk in on. You just thought you walked in.
Yeah,
on.
right? She just walked in on you
Oh
doing
my-
like she was doing your makeup or something. You're
Yeah.
Excuse me, I was doing her makeup.
Right, your makeup is permanent. It's on your face.
Yeah.
Right.
That is like legitimately a beautiful scene. Like
Yeah.
if that was in a drama, like an English period drama, that would
Yeah,
be gorgeous.
an English period drama where a juggalo halfling puts makeup on a camel.
Listen, it could
The
happen.
best
We
season
have
of Downton
Tom Hooper
Abbey.
directing a Cats movie. Anything.
On today's episode of
Oh,
Downton
man.
Abbey.
Well, what song was playing in the background of that scene?
Nothing compares to you.
Nice. Perfect. Good.
Which
Good.
version?
I was gonna say
Sinead
my
O'Connor.
humps, so
Okay.
it's fine.
Is there another one?
The original.
Fine.
Oh, the Prince one.
So you become the camel. You have enter your camel form.
I have.
What are you going to do?
I
There's
want
only moments
to,
before your paladin companion is forced to swallow this pill.
I feel like the most powerful attack of the camel really is the squish, the butt squish. So I back it up and I sit right on top of it before that pill can hit my
All right,
fellow's
good.
gullet.
Excellent. So you are warned only by the rhythmic beeping sound of the camel backing up.
I like that we both lead with our ass.
Yeah, there's a lot
that
of
wasn't
butt-forward
really-
play. going
Walk
on
in the
here.
room ass first.
Yeah. So you're the person who's struggling with you is knocked aside for the moment.
Yes.
You still have this taste in your mouth, this bitter taste, and the pill is like dissolving in your mouth. You are holding this guy down. The other incels are at the periphery watching because they're all cowards. What are you gonna do? You just like spit it out?
I'm gonna spit it out, but as I'm spitting, I'm saying, your pill was created by a black trans woman. And I'm gonna go in and try to attack again.
Yeah. Okay. So first of all, let's have you roll plus your Constitution to resist the effects of the pill.
Oh, that's 4. 9.
You're 9. Okay. All right. So you managed to spit it out, this disgusting red blob into the sand. The taste of it is still in your mouth, and you find yourself. You have a lingering paranoia that like things are not quite as they seem. It may last for some time. If you take a break from the internet, it'll probably go away completely. Just spend some time with your friends. But you have this strange sense, and I think it's causing you confusion.
Okay.
So mark the confused condition.
And there's
Should
no
be
way I
wisdom.
can use. There's no way I can use my healing honey from one of my cargo pockets to.
Maybe, but not just at this moment.
Not this moment? Okay,
Yeah.
absolutely.
So you want to leap out and attack again?
Yes, and I'm still confused. All right, let's try it.
Okay. Well, you're not attacking with your wisdom, so that's fine. So roll with your strength.
Okay. Ha!
Holy crap.
So that's 11 plus 2,
Woo.
13.
Yes.
Okay. All right. So roll your damage. You get a D10.
Here we go, buddy. Fancy one. Oh, that's a 10.
All right.
Nope.
No, that's
Oh,
a
yeah,
1.
it's a 10. Oh, that's a 1. Wrong one. Yeah, a 1.
Okay. All right. Okay. So you're attacking the same one that's pinned down by the camel.
Yes.
Okay. So you just leap on him and stab him with your sword.
Yeah, right in the face.
Yeah, he
I say,
dies.
let's go, LaCroix.
He dies.
My sword's name's LaCroix.
Yeah, it's French for the Croix.
Yeah, it's the blade's LaCroix, and then the handle's pommelmoose. Okay.
Because pommel. That's
'Cause
clever.
right.
Nice. Okay. Yes, you kill him, which
I have
drives away.
Nothing but respect for that.
It drives away the others. They flee into the mist, having had their leader defeated, and they run off to whatever shady part of the internet they live on to decide who the new leader is. But for the time being, you have dispelled their friend zone, and you now see a clear path into the great sepulcher of the beavers.
All right.
It's where beavers go to
No,
die.
I just love your vernacular.
Oh, yeah.
Listen, I am just literally using the words that describe the thing that we are talking about.
and I love it. I love it. Okay.
Are you okay?
I think so.
Would you like some honey from my shorts?
Hold up. I need to test him real quick. Here, it's a fedora. Do you want to put it on?
I'm Indiana Jones. No! No! No!
Good.
Right. So you have your Galadriel moment.
And it wasn't a fedora. It was a trilby, of course.
Of course. Right. God forbid that we are technically incorrect.
Right. Not in this game.
Do you just keep that with you?
Oh, obviously.
Oh. All right, I'll flip. I
You need to
changed
test.
back from full camel to quasi camel, and I relay information I didn't get out earlier, which is they should not be here. They are trying to take this place.
I mean, really, they shouldn't be anywhere, but
I
yeah,
like that
not
you're
wrong.
either a camel or like a spooky ghost.
Yeah.
I'm a camel. Are you scared?
Don't make me sit on you.
On tonight's adventure, Tale of the haunted camel.
In my head, I'm picturing a sheet over the back of a camel, which does look like two ghosts.
Ooh, I'm too
You just gave away my Halloween costume.
Oh, great.
When Hesper goes for Halloween, all she needs is a sheet.
Good job, Hesper. You're two ghosts again. Very funny.
I would like to reach into my pocket and just kind of, so left center pocket to reach out my healing honey and just offer it droopily over. And please.
Sorry, it's not in packets.
No, it's not in packets. Sorry, it's not in packets.
It's just a handful of honey.
It's just, is it the comb? Like the honey comb?
No, it's in my pocket.
It's just like a liquid.
Why do you think I have cargo pants? So this is healing. This is attack. I forgot
When
what
has he had
this
time
one
to
is,
plan
but this
this?
one over here is definitely like helps you purchase sound real estate. But other than that, but like really the healing one's the one that's
That's a
plugged
good
into
one.
this.
So do you have a like a healing potion that you would like to expend?
Yes, it is heal honey, which is a thing that I wrote down.
Excellent. It does nothing.
It
tastes good.
It's good though.
Yes.
Can we get that on record?
Yeah, I just want to get the taste
It
out
does,
of my
yeah,
mouth.
it washes the taste.
Because a
the
spoonful of
taste
sugar helps the incel go down. No, that's not.
No.
That's not how we want to do that.
I don't think.
I don't
go
think
down.
that actually does it.
I feel like DJ Khaled has some opinions
You
about
killed
this.
him. You killed him.
It's only 8:30.
What would they do?
friends.
They know nothing.
Okay, I have poultices and herbs. I don't know, maybe I keep them in a pouch.
Yeah, I mean
Off my
technically,
hump.
no one here is injured. No one is.
Oh,
taken
okay. Oh, you didn't
damage.
take any
I
damage.
just wanted the taste out of
Okay.
my
Okay.
mouth.
Okay.
Yeah,
Well,
it was
so
just
you just
the
needed to
risk
get the
of-
taste. Okay.
The risk of ideological trauma.
Yeah.
So you've dispersed them, but still the threatening aura of the mound of bones is still present.
Okay, I'll lead the way and check for traps as we go forward.
Okay.
I think that's for the best.
All right.
Is that a trap?
No.
How about that?
Maybe.
All right, so you want to head in.
Absolutely.
And you want to be searching a do trap expert again?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I'm
all right.
also putting Terry Friday on Incel Watch.
Okay, good.
Incel Watch 2019.
They're on Twitter.
It's insidious. All right, make your trap expert roll.
Alrighty. Oh, that's actually an 8. So.
Okay. All right. So
I
what
get-
do you want? You can spend your hold anytime you want. You
Okay.
can ask it now, or I'll keep describing as you go through, and you can tell me when you want to use it.
All right, sure.
Okay. All right. So you enter into the foyer, the front chamber, and in this chamber there are carvings on the walls of the beaver royal families of old, portrayed traditionally as they are as gods upon the earth. So you see them in there, and they're full on beaver lord regalia.
You are Canadian.
Holding their scepters. Yeah, exactly. Right. Yeah, they're lorded over by Elizabeth, greatest of all the beavers. The undying beaver. That's actually what we call her. She doesn't like it very much. Sorry, Your Highness. Sorry about the rest of you too.
Colonialism.
So you enter, and yeah, you see these carvings, and before you there is a great door of tooth carved wood, and it is sealed. Beyond here, only the high priests of beaverdom may go. You technically should not pass, especially you, part camel though you may be. Yeah. So the way is barred by ancient magic, supposedly.
The beaver magic is strong here.
Stand
It is.
back. Careful.
Is the door trapped?
Yes, there is a powerful curse, a hex upon it.
Beaver X.
Yeah.
Beaver Hex, my favorite Josh Brolin movie. That one's just for me. I'm sorry, everybody.
So you trying to do Jonah Hex?
Yeah, that was a
where
Jonah Hex reference. I'm so sorry,
What?
everybody.
A Jonah Hex reference in the year of our Lord 2019.
Oh no! If I was a D&D class, I'd be an IMD bard.
Oof.
Like that. It's a nightmare. My brain is. Anyway, thanks Wayne for the pen. Appreciate it, Wayne.
All right. So it sounds like you wanna take on this door. You seem like you're getting ready to go. What do you want to do?
Yes, I would like to use my additional notes. No, I would like to use my honey attack on the door.
You're just making things up.
Well, no. See, what happens is I have quick drying honey. The Realty honey functions
You're
as
the
quick drying honey.
Hawkeye of pocket honey.
Well,
You're
first
the
off,
Green Arrow of pocket honey.
first off, thank you.
Not the
so
good Hawkeye,
what
the
I-
bad one.
arsenal?
I am expressly insulting you here. In case that wasn't
Thank you. So,
I just want to be clear.
the ancient carvings are made of wood.
Yeah.
Obviously, the tooth carved as you eat, but
Yeah, you can see the curved marks.
so the real tea honey is fast drying. If you cover it, you can kind of maybe gunk up the lock, the locking mechanism, which is a little older. It's a little more. I would assume it's made of wood. So
Yeah, the door is actually sealed by magic. There's no physical.
well, luckily this is magic realty pocket honey that I have on me at any given moment.
Sure. Yeah. Let's go with that.
So I do slather it near the crevasses, the creases of the door. You know, if everything works out correctly, the humidity, the temperature lines up correctly, it will harden and make the door easily kick downable.
Okay, so you're going to slather your enchanted honey on
Real
the
tea
door
honey, yeah.
so that it makes the door brittle and vulnerable
Like
to destruction.
yeah, exactly. Yes, correct. That
And
is
you're
exactly
going
what I'm saying.
to completely ignore the magical curse that Juggalo informed you was on this door.
Well, I'm not going to completely ignore. I'm just going to be optimistic.
Right. You're just going to be like, well, I know there is a curse, but it couldn't possibly affect me.
No, well, of course.
Wear your seatbelt, kid.
Yeah.
So you approach the door and reach into your pocket and get a big handful of this honey. Juggalo, you see TGI Fridays about to rub the door with this honey.
It's getting on.
Terry, I don't think it's a good idea, Terry. I really don't think you should be
Maybe I
touching it,
should
Terry.
you do it anyway?
He won't learn otherwise. He needs to know the oven is hot.
Okay. All right. So you come up and you touch the forbidden door with your honeyed hands. Can you roll to defy danger? And you're gonna do that. Stop. You're gonna need
There's
to use
only so much honey in your pocket. I know it.
Cargo pants.
Cargo short.
Shorts.
Cargo shorts.
Really
part
Sorry.
of a tactical honey delivery system. You don't like calling
So
them-
this is definitely wisdom, right? Because I have a +2 in that.
No, I mean it's clear that despite your +2, you're being very unwise. I think this is a Constitution roll. As
Okay.
your body resists
Okay.
the effects of
You know what?
the Beaver Tomb curse.
That's fair.
Hey,
Well,
look at that.
fuck.
What'd you get?
Did you say that word? I'm so sorry, Gen Con.
I mean, I said it
that is
earlier.
that is a 12.
All right, you were able to resist the curse. You feel a terrible evil magic wash over you. You feel the repelling power that sealed this place in the first place wash over you, but it does not harm you. You were able to weather the storm of evil magic and finish your slathering exercise. The door is now slathered, and you watch as this honey hardens and becomes brittle like amber upon the door.
I literally don't know how to process this, so I'm just gonna let you finish.
I lead with my ass.
So you're just gonna
You're gonna-
I regret everything.
hip check the door.
I look for a sturdy and big old bone or stone.
Well, we got a giant beaver
Awesome.
statue right here.
Ah, perfect. And I take whatever bit of it that I can and get at the door.
Okay. So you want to break off a
Break it
chunk,
down.
like the.
Is there like a
leg or-
beaver holding like a beaver mate's spear or
There's a
staff?
beaver holding another beaver.
We do know that the strongest part of the beaver is the tail. The
Oh, yeah.
So you could break the beaver tail.
Ah, perfect. Ha!
I like you just karate chop the tail right off a statue.
What else would I do?
Are you a paladin or like a? Are
Or
you
like a
shaft?
tiny, extremely strong bee.
Right.
Richard.
Thanks. I learned that from Richard.
Yeah, Richard.
Richard's definitely hanging out with you because he taught me all I need to know at the moment.
And Richard taught me karate.
Yeah, right. Richard
Get
looks
a shout out
on.
to Richard, please.
Richard looks on with a sense of both pride in your skills and envy at your giant arms. Yeah. Richard may not know karate, but he does know crazy. And so he's taught you his ways. You want to take we'll make it all one roll. Let's have you defy danger with your strength.
Okay.
And this is the breaking of the tail and the shattering of the beaver door.
All right, that is a 10 plus 2. The first one's a 12.
So strong. Richard is so proud of you.
We just do like a anime head nod.
Yeah. Yeah.
But it cuts back to Richard. He's just the bee flying in place. Yeah. Like he's got no different, just the top hat.
Bees don't have necks.
Nope.
Not the whole body. All right, so you break off the tail of one of the statues of beaver royalty, and you smash the door with it, brittle as promised. It breaks into a ton of tiny shimmering pieces upon the floor.
I set the tail that I used to break it down on the floor and say, we can walk across this so the cursed shards don't touch us. You can never be too safe.
For real, like I look over to you and I look over to Richard and I'm just like, nice. But like I don't say it out loud, but you get that feeling.
I get the
from-
feeling.
from
You
energy
appreciate
I'm
the
putting
friendship that your friends are being friends with your friends.
Exactly,
It's kind of
because,
like, this
like-
is really cool. There's no
Like a
competition.
friend
out. Exactly.
zone?
Why would you not just be happy about that?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Why you gotta be possessive
Guys,
of your friends?
we're in the friend zone. It's a
We
good
are
thing.
in the friend zone.
Doesn't exist.
Dispelled. It was dispelled.
So,
There is no
okay,
friendship here.
Hesper, being a very wise person, knows that beavers don't like camels. So
yeah.
there's like a little mutual thing. Is there some way that I can roll to discern the reality of me specifically walking through this threshold?
I mean, there's a move called Discern Realities, and you can use it to ask me questions. So we
I
can
guess
just-
I guess my bigger question is like, do I feel like the curse is officially broken? Was it on the door, or is it the threshold in totality?
I don't think you have an understanding of the curse. Your Juggalo friend is the only one in tune.
Okay,
with
I will look to
with
my Juggalo friend.
The great miracle of this place.
Of this place. Okay, I look to the.
You're
Juggalo
pretty
friend.
sure that the curse is a magnet of some kind. You can feel it. There's like waves and fields and
Hey,
stuff.
I am learning to trust the magnet again.
Yeah, it's
It's
like
hard.
A giant, terrifying MRI machine.
Okay, well, Hesper has taken great pleasure in watching you break a beaver tail and smash a sacred door in. So she's gonna go through this threshold.
Yeah, so you're gonna.
Yeah,
you're gonna walk
absolutely.
across the tail
Yeah, I
and
take
into
my
the-
staff that keeps me upright, and I waddle right on through. Yeah.
Powerful.
All right.
I love this.
All right. So you cross the threshold into the sacred burial chamber of your chosen people's direst enemy, just the hated foe. And as you enter, you see on either side the horrific sight of rows and rows of beaver skulls with their sharp, nasty teeth. And they just line the walls, all staring down at you as you enter this place. And you know deep down instinctively, you do not belong here.
My hump tells me I should not be in this place.
Yeah, you can feel your hump drying up.
It's just withering away like a raisin.
Yeah, you got.
Does that mean you can like start standing up a little
You
bit?
got hump.
Yeah, doing
happening.
Terry Gilliam Iglesias Fridays turns to Hesper and just kind of looks at her and says, "Can I get you anything?" And before you answer, I only have honey.
No, you are kind.
And you are stronger than you might imagine.
I look
We'll
around
get
at the
through this.
beaver heads.
Yeah, they glare down at you ominously.
Can I throw rocks at him? So
I
they don't
pluck
glare
one
at me
off and
anymore?
turn into a puppet.
Yeah, you just want to take one down and just like, guys, look at
Oh,
this.
look.
I don't know
Hesper's
what
like,
it's called.
ah!
Hey, everyone, I don't mean to be a paladin about this, but don't, I know we just broke in, but don't disrespect their burial ground. Like, I'm not
But
gonna go
it's the
in.
beavers.
I know,
They
but
disrespected this land by
Juggalo
building
gets
a
behind
giant dam to
Derulo
dump
and
their
starts kind
rotting
of having
bodies.
the beaver skull.
Richard
out
just
with
says,
him.
"Enough!" And that's all.
Did somebody hear something? And it probably comes. I'm the only one that can hear it, right? Do you speak bee?
I like to think that B speaks me.
Why did I bother asking?
Richard, in his baritone buzz, expounds on the moral requirement that we treat our enemies as though we treat our friends. Everybody just hears like buzz buzz buzz.
to be fair, we did establish before Richard did not do leg day, but his wings are huge. Therefore, Richard is very loud.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. And he can also, when he says the words,
But
because
like,
that's how words
just
work, the
because
wings pull
someone,
the words,
this is
it
the
gets
thing that people
louder.
who speak English need to learn. Just because you're really loud doesn't mean the other person's going to understand
Understand
you.
it.
Like,
I,
buzz, 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 and you're like, and then what?
Richard agrees with you that we should
That's
be
something-
kind to the dead double-toothed creatures.
Thank you, Richard.
Can I keep this?
Please don't.
Okay.
It makes my
Yeah,
Just drop it.
You just put it on the ground, clunk. All right. Yeah, it just falls to the ground with a clatter. It echoes off of the walls. The hallway, this catacomb, leads only in one direction. It leads forward.
All right, I'll take the lead, and I'll go ahead and check for traps again.
Yeah, you can keep on the lookout.
Fast
All right.
behind
Yep.
him.
Okay.
That's an 8.
All right.
Nice.
Okay. So you press on, and it's this hallway leads further and further into the mound of bones, and it seems to you all get the feeling of being watched, and as you follow this corridor, you can feel eyes on your back as you move, and you several times turn to look, but there's nothing there but the dead, empty eyes of the beaver skull.
What else is hidden here?
There is a powerful evil here, but it makes no effort to hide itself. In fact, it awaits you.
Sick.
Yeah, for real.
Yeah, we're being followed by super evil.
Less that you're being followed and more you are walking into its domain.
Yeah, call me.
Yeah, sure.
We
May I lift you?
Okay.
I put Juggalo on my back,
Excellent.
Yoda style,
Good.
and I say, press forward.
agreed.
All right, press on. So as you continue forward, you reach the end of the
Do you have
end
like
of
a
the
Master
hallway.
Blaster thing going on over here?
We rule Beaver Town.
So
Has
you
the mind of a child.
You get to the end. You get to the end of the hallway, and you reach another door, but this door is open. You can see Ranger, even without having to track. You can see there are human footprints. There are boot prints in the dust.
And there's no honey on the door that's open.
There is definitely no honey. No.
Okay.
Do I smell Cheetos?
Roll to discern realities.
Roll to discern Cheeto dust.
Detect Cheetos.
All right.
Just need white pants.
We're looking at a 5.
Okay. All right.
My
So
wisdom's a -1.
mark
Doritos.
mark experience.
Hooray.
You do not. You in fact are you're shaken by the sense that you are walking into your own doom. So mark I think that's the condition. Shaken, maybe.
For wisdom?
Yeah.
Or-
No, wisdom is confused. Can I say that for a second?
Of course.
Yeah, I wrote the game. You think I'd remember these things? Shaky.
Shaky.
So your hands are shaking. You can feel your body trembling in fear at this place, and it clouds your sense of smell for Cheetos, I guess.
There, friend. I have you.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
right. You feel the tiny juggalo trembling on the back of your head.
It's all right.
Do not
It's
be
all right.
afraid.
Thank you, Derulo.
Yeah, there's only forward, and we've kind of reached the end.
Yeah. So it seems that someone has come before you in this place. Some human. You see their footprints in the dust. They have left this door open, which means that they were able to unseal and reseal the great beaver door from before.
May I use my big boy voice and say something?
Yeah. You wanna invoke that you are the law?
Yeah.
All right. So you project and issue an edict.
Should I get off your shoulders first?
yeah,
Yeah. That's not gonna be intimidating. Thank you. Just-
You can put him on my hump.
Okay, there you go.
Okay.
Sword just jammed right into the ground,
Okay.
and then the board on my side, and I go, "Hey! If you're in there, you come out here right now. Right now. I am not having this right now. I have company here."
I feel like a poodle comes out looking all upset. Like, I'm sorry.
Tail tugs.
All right, so you're gonna roll.
I am the law. That is an 8 + 1, 9.
So on a
9.
7 to 9 on I am the law, what happens?
They do what I say.
Okay, and?
I tell them to show themselves.
Yeah, but there's more to that 7 to 9.
On a 10 plus, you also take no, on a 10 plus.
Let's take a look.
Did I
So
do
on a 7 plus, choose one.
Yeah, do what I say.
Okay, so no, they choose one.
Oh, shoot!
So what are the other options?
Oh,
they
do
can,
away.
They can do as you say.
Back away cautiously.
Yep.
Or attack.
Yes.
Great.
So
Classic me.
So you hear a shout from within. Actually, you know what? I think they do. They do what you say. So you hear a whispering, and you hear this kind of like creaky voice, and then several others as well, like a chorus of voices. say, "Milady, milady, milady," and the door is pulled open, and you can see that the room is full of incels of various stages of incellular degradation.
I close it. I light it on
Now,
fire
hold
and close the
so
door.
as you open it, so you see the room. There's probably like, I don't know, a dozen. There's a dozen incels. There's a full subreddit of them in here.
Is that the group?
Yeah, subreddit of incels. So
I gotta go look at
you see
some of
this grouping, this semi-familial grouping of incels in the room, and they're all looking at a figure in the center of the room. She is astride. She's sitting on top of the throne that is placed here for Beaver royalty, and she's surrounded by these obsequious incels. And as you look slowly up before you, it dawns on you with horror, Hesper, that you see before you your former best friend,
No!
Hesper,
No!
who has claimed rulership over these incels.
Just mad 'cause she didn't get prom queen.
And has been using them to destroy your people. And when she makes eye contact with you, she tosses her hair behind one shoulder and she says, "I was wondering when you'd show up, bitch." And that is when we cut to black. And that is the end of the roll.
Oh my goodness. That is wonderful.
That was great.
Oh my God.
We're gonna play this game forever, okay?
So thank you everybody for coming and for tuning in for part one of Gen Con 2019's Once More Unto the Dungeon World. Players, thank you so much for playing. We have a little bit of time, so you can remind everybody if they found you interesting and funny, which
God.
I know I certainly did, where they could pursue more entertainment on your behalf. Let's start with our tiny juggalo.
Hi,
Closer, tiny juggalo.
my name is Stephen Pope. You can find me online at StephenJPope22. I'm a regular GM on Saving Throw. I run the Sunday show of New Pantheon, a Scion campaign. I am also on Uncanny Valley, which is actually having its live show right after this.
Oh,
Yeah.
nice.
Yeah,
Double
so stay
feature.
tuned.
Stick around.
Yo, what's up? It's me, Nathan Kiss, aka What Is Kiss. You can find me on Twitter under What Is Kiss. You can also find me on Twitch with Zombie Orpheus Entertainment, some stuff on Hyper RPG, as well as Geek Space TV. If you want to be my friend, just ask.
This is the friend zone.
After that outro, everyone in the audience, you can either do what they say, back away slowly,
Or attack.
Go ahead.
I'm Dot. You can find me online as Little Red Dot. I play on a lot of different networks, and I will be taking over the GM seat for the upcoming volume of the North by Northwest podcast. And you can find me on my own Twitch channel where I run lots of indie RPGs and play test crazy stories, just like this one.
Wonderful.
Yes. How about you, sir?
You can follow me on Twitter at BestKindaWorst, and that's where I'm going to leave that because I want to give a shout out to every single person here. Thank you, all of these lovely people, for being here. Follow them, subscribe to them, do whatever you can. Just support them, just applaud them a little bit more. And again, one last time, please keep clapping. Don't stop clapping. Yes. This one's for Wayne. Thank you, Wayne. Thank you, Wayne, for this pen.
Thank you.
I'm gonna Wayne.
Wayne gets his pen back. Thanks, Wayne. And who are you?
Well, so Wayne, Mark
microphone
Experience.
fell,
So I'm the co-creator of Dungeon World. My name is Adam Coble. You can find me on Twitter at Skinny Ghost or at twitch.tv/Adam Coble. I run a lot of role-playing games, and I've done a goodly number of these one-shots. If you liked this, come to the one tomorrow or tune in at 1 o'clock in whatever time zone we're in, Eastern. And we will continue with, if not the direct story, but the world that was created. You have set a strange stage for our next group of players.
Yeah.
So we'll be doing the character creation process and going on a brief adventure with 4 brand new players tomorrow. Also, if you want to see more of this exact thing, we did it last year on this stage, and you can find that on my YouTube channel. Thank you for coming. I hope you had a good time. We'll see you around.
Thank you all.
Thank you.